Hello and welcome to the NSK Podcast, episode number 263. My name's Yoshi. We're back for another week of Idol releases and hanging out in such of Idol fans, such as Charlie Draco Cowden.
Yo.
What's up, buddy?
Not too much.
Suffering from allergies.
Yeah, that, post-Thanksgiving hangover.
How much did you drink, man?
How much turkey did you eat to earn that hangover?
I ate a lot, but I drank...
Animal fat and all that stuff.
I don't know. I drank about a fifth of rum and a couple glasses of wine. And
Yep. Got messed up.
a little bit.
A little bit, okay.
Sounds like a wild party.
How about some turkey stories from Day?
Hi.
Hey.
We made a turkey loaf. with spinach.
Okay.
It's a unconventional turkey.
Okay.
We just bought ground turkey because we didn't want to cook a thing. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of turkey. Turkey's okay.
You're a chicken guy?
Yeah, or ham or barbecue. I was really close to proposing a barbecue Thanksgiving where we just make barbecue ribs or something like that.
That sounds way better than regular Thanksgiving.
Right?
Thanksgiving, yeah.
I feel like barbecue ribs should just be the official holiday food of every holiday.
Yeah.
Christmas, Thanksgiving. I mean, it already is for July 4th, but why limit it to just July 4th?
Well, July 4th is more like hot dogs and hamburgers, but yeah.
Really?
At least around
I saw
here.
it as a barbecue.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they use a barbecue, they just use it to cook hot dogs and burgers,
Yeah.
I guess. Okay.
Barbecued ribs turned out pretty good this year for us, so...
Cool.
Wait, for 4th of July, or
No, Thanksgiving.
you did ribs for Thanksgiving?
Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I always wanted to do a giant banquet that's like fusion, so you have like Korean and you have American food all like on one table. But I don't know, we're like a family of 4, so it doesn't really make sense to make a banquet. So
Yeah.
it doesn't really happen.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
unless you invite, like, relatives or friends over, it's like...
Yeah, and if it's like a
Just-
big potluck thing.
Yeah, have a normal dinner, like, cook, I guess, something you usually don't cook, but you don't need to make a buffet, like you said. Like, hey, here you go, serve yourself. Just do regular
Yeah,
dinner.
so we made the turkey loaf, we made mashed potatoes, we made the green bean casserole, a la Campbell's mushroom soup, and what are those called? Crispy onion strings that you put on top.
Yeah,
That's good.
the little fried ones.
Yeah, like gravy. I don't know. I think we probably went to KFC and bought gravy there because we don't make gravy.
Make
Gravy
gravy,
and
nah,
biscuits.
just buy it at KFC.
Yeah, you could buy like a little tub of it in KFC.
Yeah.
It doesn't really make sense to like buy it from a store either because if you buy it, it's like a mix or something.
Yeah, you have to put, like, water
And it's just
in it or
really
something.
watery or
Yeah.
and there's in a package of gravy there's usually way too much and like we just need it for like an evening of mashed potatoes. So yeah. Plus the KFC gravy is the best kind from my
Yeah,
experience.
It's good. Haven't had it
Gravy
in a
and
while.
biscuits.
Yeah.
Gravy and biscuits is really
Do
good.
they still do the thing where they put little popcorn chicken and like corn and mashed potatoes in a little bowl? Do you guys remember that? I think it was called a KFC bowl or something.
I think so.
Do they
I
still
haven't
do
tried
that?
it.
Yeah,
I think I've seen it
it's
before.
pretty good. I mean, there's nothing bad in that combination to make it bad tasting, so it all worked out.
Yeah, they have meals where they have just like a bunch of sides. You get coleslaw and all this other stuff.
Right.
I like the KFC fries. They're like wedge
Yeah.
potato fries. Those are
Not
really
enough
good.
places do wedge fries.
Yeah. Because it's not cost effective. That's like a lot of potato for one fry.
Right. Can't
That's
fill it
why
with
they
air.
only give out like 4 or 5 of them if you order it.
Yeah, it makes sense. So yeah, we had our turkeys. I didn't.
What'd you do?
Well, my family's like all gone. Like my mom was at work at 5 p.m. Thanksgiving night.
Right.
My brother's in Philly. My dad's in New York. So I'm sitting at home like, yo, what up?
So you get some, what was that place called? Is that
You
still
get some
around?
KFC?
Like,
No,
Boston
Boston Market.
Market.
Yeah,
That used to be a big thing.
It's
I don't
pretty
know
good.
if it is anymore.
I think there's one around here. Like
I feel like that would
15
be
minutes.
the place I would go if I just needed like a quick, like mashed potatoes, fried chicken, maybe they probably have turkey.
Yeah, but I'm not one of those guys like, oh, because of this occasion, I must eat the thing that's quote-unquote appropriate for this occasion, you know? I don't
But,
care.
like, I'm sure you don't eat that food on the reg.
No, not on the
So-
reg. No.
Yeah. So you're like, it's an excuse. It's like, I like these foods. I like mashed potatoes. I like gravy. I like
Yeah.
biscuits. I like cooked birds. So,
Yeah.
let's
Yep.
go. Except turkey, I'm never going to be a turkey fan. I've never had a truly, like, juicy, well-made turkey. Well-cooked turkey. I feel like even when they are well-cooked, it's still dry as hell. Like, it's the white meat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, the white meat, there's no way to make it not dry. Like,
You're a
even when
dark
it's
meat
cooked
kinda guy?
perfectly. Yeah, it's always about, the drumsticks.
Yep.
Yeah. I'd agree with that. I'm not big on bird. So,
Mm. I like chickens.
Are you a steak guy, then?
yeah.
Ducks are all dark meat, so that's all good with me.
Ducks are so greasy, though.
Yeah, they are. They're super fatty and greasy.
I've never had duck.
Duck and goose both.
They're good. You should try them.
Maybe.
But it's really just like dark meat chicken.
Right.
kind of.
But yeah, I'm more a red meat or fish.
Pork?
Mm.
Pork's good too, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
like pork for the variety it provides.
Right.
You can have like pulled pork barbecue, you can have bacon, you can have pork belly, you can have ham,
But then in a way, I think
Pigs
it's
have a
sort of
lot to
limited.
offer.
I don't know. I feel like there's only a certain amount of things that I'm really into with pork.
I think I'm a fan of all of them.
Like tonkatsu and
And pork
pulled
rinds
pork. That's
and-
about it for me.
You're like not a bacon guy? I'm not obsessed with bacon like crazy people.
Yeah, I
are,
like
but-
bacon. I guess that's probably my favorite thing out of pork. That's about it, I guess. Beef, you can
Pork
just...
belly? No.
I don't think I've ever had pork belly.
No.
I'm not a
If you go to
foodie,
like if you go to like a ramen place, they have chashu. That's like pork belly.
That's true. I don't know. I like when I eat it, I don't think, oh, this is pork. Yes. I don't know.
Yeah.
But beef, I don't know. I feel like beef is a lot more homogenous across the board.
Yeah.
Like there's
maybe.
ribs and then there's steak for me,
Right.
and that's kind of it.
But I feel like I don't ever get bored of steak of any kind.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just put a different sauce on it. I'm like, give me that with rice, and I'm good.
Yeah.
It's true. I don't know. I feel like I could get kind of bored with not pork, a steak, beef steak.
No, but like you
Ribs,
can do like
I'll probably.
you can do like a hamburger patty, like Japanese style.
Actually,
right?
yeah. I mean, you just said hamburgers, so
Yeah.
that's.
Ground beef is like legit. You can put it
Yeah,
in like
ground beef.
lasagna and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Taco Bell uses
anything
ground
you
meat.
want.
Yeah, and put it in a patty. Jamaican beef patties are fucking legit. I love that
Meatballs
stuff.
are good.
Meatballs are good, yeah. I've always loved those, so I don't know. I think I'm a beef guy. I'm with Draco on this one.
I'm pretty much anything that's not, seafood or not shellfish or bird.
Yeah.
Oh man, shellfish are awesome though.
Yeah, except they'd probably kill me. So
Yeah. I mean, whatever. It's one negative.
I mean, I
against,
love
the fact that they're
shrimp.
really delicious.
I love shrimp and lobster, but I can't eat it.
Oh, that sucks. That's the worst, man. That's just awful. Like, oh, this tastes amazing, but I can feel my blood veins bursting.
So
in my
you've
brain.
had it.
Yes.
How have you
Oh,
been
yeah.
able to eat it before?
Oh yeah, I used to eat it as a kid a lot. Then I hit my
Okay,
teenage
so it's
years.
like a later.
when your
Yeah.
beard started
developed
growing
something.
and
Yeah.
Your beard prevented you from eating shellfish.
along came the allergies with the extra facial hair.
No, it was.
It's like a trade.
It was like 2001, I think.
Okay, well, if someone said you can never have facial hair for the rest of your life, would
But
you
you
trade
can
that in?
eat
Yeah, you can trade that in for a shellfish.
If I could trade
That
that
seems like a
for,
pretty good deal. I don't want to shave ever again.
Yeah, I mean, If I could trade that for being able to eat shellfish again, absolutely.
No, but you know how some people are like conscious about their like certain parts of their looks. Like, would you trade your ears in for a better nose or something? Like I don't know.
Sure.
Who cares about their ears?
Yeah.
No, the people with the freaking like pointed out ears. I think they have.
Hodoka?
No, her ears are fucking awesome. I want her ears.
I mean, I think
I
she
want
was
those ears that
teased.
go like this.
No, but I'm pretty sure she was teased a lot as a kid. Like that's probably a guarantee.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Turkey Day stuff. Anything else like you guys want to talk about? Anything happen in the past week that you guys want to mention?
Just a lot of Japan trip planning.
Yeah, you're going next week. You're going next Sunday.
Yeah. So that's crazy because it's all about. I've applied to so many lotteries and filled out so many applications and registered for so many things that it's just.
Was it remember them all?
Half alphanumeric typing all day?
Yeah.
Fuck that shit, man. Why is that still a thing?
I don't know. There's so many things that frustrate me about applying to do anything in Japan, but
Yeah.
mostly over now, so now I can worry about other things, like what do I bring, how much money should I have, and that kind of stuff.
Everything.
All of it.
Bring everything, have all the money.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the plan.
Yeah.
I just don't want to empty out my checking account before I
I
get
guarantee you'll spend more than you planned on.
there. Oh yeah, absolutely.
I don't think I've ever heard... Maybe I've heard one person say, oh, I didn't think I'd spend as much as I would. So, like...
Yeah.
Right.
All the guys that go to Japan, like, once or twice a year for the past
I feel like
couple years, they always come back like, I fucking spent all my money.
I really have to prioritize, or at least come up with items that, like things, look at things that I bought in the past, and just really think, is this really important now? Do I treasure these photo cards? Or
I know
do I treasure
something.
these photo books or these CDs?
Don't buy CDs, I'll tell you that much.
No?
No.
I don't have an excess of CDs really.
But the thing with CDs is, you put it, you rip it
Yeah,
onto
you
your
put it on
PC,
the wall.
and then it stays on your wall. And
Yeah.
it's not even like a
thing is
poster
that-
where it's big enough to like visually look at and go, oh man, that's a great art. It's.
I still pull them out and open through and leaf through
Oh,
them
okay.
sometimes.
Well, I don't do that.
But like photo cards, like they just end up in my shoebox.
Yeah.
I don't. I open those like twice a year. I don't think it's worth spending the money to open up a shoebox and look at them twice a year, if that. So
I should do a
just
giveaway
thinking
of
about-
all my photo cards.
I never
Yeah.
got into photo cards.
except like most of my photo cards don't matter because they're all of like graduated people at this point.
I have my
Most
photo
of
album
them.
right here, and I will tell you how many
shit.
people have graduated.
Yeah.
Gone. Gone. Gone.
Like going to be gone.
Gone. Gone. Rip. Gone.
Died in a fire. Oh,
Everyone is dead.
yep.
Yeah,
So-
like I have like 10 like Ono Erina photo cards.
Rest in peace is her career.
Yeah.
I can't
just-
believe she retired. That makes me
There's-
sad.
Yeah, I have a lot of photo cards of people who aren't around or aren't doing idol stuff anymore.
Yeah. I never got into photo cards. I always looked at them as just...
I was kind of into photo cards for a year.
About a year for me too.
They take up too much space and take too long to try to organize. And if you think about reselling them, you got to keep them all in pristine condition. And I'm like,
The only thing
it ain't worth it.
The first time I got photo cards was when I bought. It was when AKB like did their first shuffle, and they were advertising them finally as because there was a time where they didn't acknowledge it even after the shuffle.
The new teams?
Now, yeah, there were. It was a new team A, new team K, new team B, and they put out like these like photo books or whatever for all of them, and they all came with, I think like maybe 3 random photo cards each. And that was the first time I ever got photo cards from anything, and that was really exciting. But after that, I don't think I really got photo cards from I don't know, like getting photo cards from things like photo books and CDs and Blu-rays are incredibly expensive. So I ended up just buying a bunch of photo cards off of like resellers on
eBay,
like, you know, Stage 48 or something like that.
Yeah.
Online forums generally
eBay
was where I bought most of my stuff.
Yeah, I did eBay.
This was around the time where like it was really hard to find. It was still kind of barren when you looked up AKB48 on eBay.
Mm-hmm.
Yahoo Japan.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Except,
please.
yeah, Yahoo Japan. It's affordable. It's just none of them probably want to ship overseas.
Nope. You'd have
Nope.
to do some intense
Yeah, you have
shit.
to use a proxy for that.
Yeah. That's one thing I like about Momoclo. All their photo albums that they send with their DVDs fit inside the box
Yeah,
set.
yeah. It's part of the set.
Yeah. So you don't have to worry about extra storage space. And no
Speaking of
photo
which, I watched Tojinsai 2015 recently, and that was a pretty good concert.
Where was this one at?
Ekopa Stadium.
Where
I'm
is
not
that?
familiar with this one. I thought it was going to be at Nissan Stadium like last year, but
cards. No, Nissan Stadium is down for renovations.
oh really?
Yeah.
Because the Olympic National Stadium was the biggest venue in Japan,
no,
and
not-
after that was Nissan Stadium, and now
Not
that's
Nissan.
closed.
No, not Nissan. The Olympic Stadium is. The
Oh
National
yeah,
Stadium.
yeah. So
The-
Nissan
the
Stadium's
track
still
and
open.
field one, right?
Yeah. Nissan's not. I got those
Okay.
confused.
Oh, Ekopa is called Shizuoka Stadium. Ekopa,
Yeah, it's in Shizuoka.
50,000 capacity. Holy shit,
And they did 2 days.
that's fucking
yeah, 2
crazy.
days. It's insane. But yeah, you know,
Big ass
it's,
stadium.
I really like the Chojinsai theme, which is basically, you know, it's a lot about traditional Japanese, like culture, instruments. Like most of the songs are performed by people with live instruments. And for Tojinsai, they specifically, you know, they bring out like all the shamisen and the flutes and the
That's cool.
the
The-
taiko drums and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so you get to hear like different renditions of songs that you already know, but with a certain style, and it's really cool.
That's cool. It's always interesting when they incorporate like different instruments from, you know, that you don't hear in the original tracks into those tracks and do
Yeah.
like, covers or whatever if you want to call them.
It almost makes me want to like. I wish they would release a CD with just different renditions that they would like recorded
Me-
by the artists. At the
I
stadium.
listened to the Teddy Lloyd Momoclo
Yeah,
one. That's cool. Like I want to hear more of that. That's the stuff I want to hear. Like the vocals are of the groups, and then like musically it's
Yeah.
changed up. You know, maybe
like
not
it's
so
different
much
from other
EDM all the
remixes,
time.
right? Because
Yeah.
it's, like he was probably handed like a ton of actual source material, you know,
Right.
like.
Yeah, it
You
was
didn't
like
have to really like scrape the vocals off of the track or anything.
right. It wasn't a Danger Mouse
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah, he was just given like a bunch. Yeah, he was probably given like everything from the source that he
Clean
actually needed.
vocals, yeah.
To make stuff. So, yeah, I listen to it all the time. The Teddy
Yeah.
Lloyd one.
I need to listen to it more actually. So.
I need to put that on my MP3 player.
hmm So anything else, Day, other than your trip planning?
No, not really. It's just now it's all about getting anxious about the trip and hoping everything works out.
It's cool because like everyone is going.
Yep.
Dave's
a lot of people
already
are there right now.
Yeah, Dave's already there.
A lot of people are getting there before me. I'm
Yeah.
staying later than a lot of people are.
Oh really? How long are you gonna be there?
Until the 28th.
Oh damn! After Christmas. That's 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Nice.
Still not enough time, apparently, to
Nope.
fit in everything I want to do.
Right. There's so much idle stuff going on, you know?
There really is. It's ridiculous. I feel like an asshole.
You could do something every day with an idle group. Like, that's fucking nuts.
Yeah, it's...
Yeah.
I don't know. It's... Like, with the lottery system and everything, like, I feel so bad complaining about anything, because... You know, like, you're always going to, like, lose lotteries, and, you know, venues are going to be full, things are going to be sold out, right? And another big problem is events overlapping, so, like, 2 or 3 groups that you really like are having the same event on the same weekend on the same day.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
the afternoon or evening. And just like, oh no, why is this happening? This is so terrible. But it's like, no, fuck you. You're going to Japan. So
Yeah.
why are you complaining? So yeah, there's nothing like planning for a Japan idle trip.
It's like the most first world problem you've ever heard of in your life.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
I had a huge case of that.
Yeah,
of realization, like, oh my
Check
god.
your privileges, you fuck.
Yeah, I am a terrible person.
You're going to see Mobile Club Christmas live. I mean,
yeah, really.
I know that's sold out.
Yeah, that's crazy. I still have no idea what the hell that thing is.
What?
Momokuri, like what that's gonna be. Like,
Oh,
they just said, oh, hey, we rented a ski resort. It's going to be like, you know. So
oh
what?
boy.
Like,
Oh
it's like,
boy.
hey, you're gonna be standing outside for 6 hours or whatever.
God, I hope you
No.
pack heavy, dude. Oh.
Yeah. No, they have legitimate warnings that say, you know, you have to buy, you know, you need like this and this
There's
if you want to like not lose your toes during this concert.
oh,
Oh my god. Buy the freaking, like, battery-powered freaking electric socks.
Yeah. So I went out and I bought snow boots. I bought waterproof snow boots.
nice.
I bought scarves and I bought snow gloves.
You buy, like...
That should be okay so far.
You buy, like, some oh god, I can't...
I'm planning on picking up some clothes in Japan. So yeah, like, you know, Uniqlo has like that heat tech stuff.
Heat tech and then down, I guess, down jackets. I think you'll
Yeah,
be
down jacket. Should be okay. I feel like as long as I have my my hands, feet, and neck covered, should be good.
In your ears.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know. Should I buy earmuffs? Would I want to wear earmuffs during a concert though?
I mean, a lot of people wear earplugs to concerts.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's probably not a bad idea for your hearing protection, but if it's going to be... Is it a ski resort that's indoors or outdoors?
Outdoors.
Okay, so maybe that's not going to be too bad. Like,
Yeah,
you won't
'cause it's
need
open air,
earplugs.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least, like, maybe a headband
Mm-hmm.
or something
Yeah.
like that for your
Beanie.
ears.
So
Yeah.
this ski resort is in the mountains over
Where?
somewhere like I don't know. It's called Karuizawa.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've heard of the place.
I think it's north of Tokyo, but they also say you can't just like get there through normal means. You have to take from Tokyo. You have to take a JR to a stop, and then from that stop, you take a special shuttle that will take you to the resort. And
I
that's
know-
the only way you can get to the resort.
I know that area is really like famous for like lodging and like traveling nature and
Oh,
stuff
really?
like the spas and so it makes sense. And I guess I didn't even know it was in Nagano. Okay, so that's where they had the Winter Olympics in '98. So
Holy
there
shit.
you go. Have fun with the snow. You'll probably get
Yeah.
you'll be getting a lot of it.
Boo says Uniqlo down jackets aren't warm enough. And wear a hat.
Yeah.
No, I'll wear a hat.
Oh, I could just see that freaking snowboarding into this on stage.
You think
I have no
is she
idea what-
athletic enough to snowboard?
I don't know. I've seen her with a snowboard, whether she could snowboard or not.
So I mean, we're on the side of a mountain on this giant slope, basically, right? So like,
Yeah.
I don't know what the layout's supposed to be.
Yeah, I don't. Where would you
I'm
Pretty
build a
sure I read that
stage?
there aren't going to be seats.
Probably not. That is
Right?
actually...
It's ropes.
So they're going to build a stage, obviously.
Yeah.
Where I don't know.
That doesn't sound safe. Like,
Is the stage going to be on the slope? Is it going to be on the on the base? And are we standing on the slope? Like, I don't know.
Maybe.
Take a shovel?
Yeah,
for
Just
for the
dig myself a
avalanche?
seat or something. Yeah.
Build
No,
an
I was-
igloo.
No, I was thinking the avalanche that comes down on you.
That's what I'm hoping. I didn't want to say it, but you know, that might happen.
Hopefully they accounted for that. I mean, it's not.
Yeah.
Well, it's mostly a man-made slope anyway. So.
It's like, hey, here's a form you have to sign off on. If you catch hypothermia or get involved in an avalanche, you can't sue us, or your family can't sue us.
Or
by the way.
frostbite, or...
But you get to
For
see
this thing,
you get to
I
see
had to-
Kaneko do snowboard tricks for 3 hours.
hey,
That's not,
Not
bad.
bad.
Actually.
Wow.
That's kind of cool.
I'd see
if they
that.
could do tricks at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had to buy a tour package. Like, that's the only way you can get there, is if you buy a
Tour
tour package.
package?
Yeah. So I won 2 days, right? I won the 24th and the 25th.
Is it like an overnight thing?
Yeah, so I basically got a package that would get me there and back round trip, using the bullet train. Even though I bought a JR pass, I still have to buy this package that includes the thing. Yeah, that takes me there and back, includes the shuttle fee, includes the hotel fee. So it's like an all-inclusive type thing. The only thing it doesn't really cover, I assume, is like food.
Meals?
I don't know, yeah.
Yeah.
I think they, if you're in the hotel, they have breakfast or whatever, but yeah, I'll have to walk around and see what's around for food.
Did anyone else get in with you, or are you the only
no one
winner?
that I know personally.
Oh shit! Like Kyle or Francis?
I don't know. Kyle's leaving before, and Francis only applied for the 23rd, and he didn't win.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I don't know anyone who wants tickets for the 23rd.
So you're gonna be there by yourself?
Yeah, I'm gonna be there by myself.
Sorry, you meet some new people, build some snowmen, and
I mean, from my experience, like, Momoclo fans are not hard to talk to at all. Yeah.
Yeah, super welcoming and open arms.
I'm probably just gonna hang out in the lobby or whatever and just try to meet as many people as I can.
Yeah, man.
You might even meet Kawakami. I mean,
yeah,
he's been known to go out and do stupid shit with the fans. So,
get him some alcohol. Maybe he'll get you in extra places.
Yeah, because he's a drunkard, that Kawakami.
I don't know. I'm assuming.
I don't know.
He probably drinks a lot. I don't know.
He's got a beer body, so.
Yeah, he's got a keg pack. That's for sure.
He wrestles Shidon in this concert.
Yeah, I need to watch that actually.
So you just see, like, the match is like whatever, obviously.
Right.
But,
Obviously.
like, the lead into it is pretty great.
They're not wrestlers, so yeah.
They're super not wrestlers.
Dane hits him over the head with a beer bottle. Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Oh yeah. That was like a hype video that they made before.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, that was one of the hype
basically.
videos, yeah.
I mean, yeah, just expect like giant bomb levels of WrestleMania, whatever. Hijinks.
Sounds good to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh god, the guy from Peanuts. God, I can never remember his name.
Peanuts.
Yeah,
the comic strip.
No,
That's what I thought of.
I can never freaking remember that guy's name.
Wah wah wah. Wah 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 wah.
Talking about Lionel. Talking about Charlie Brown.
What is this like a dude in Japan?
Yeah,
duo in Japan.
Yeah.
Peanuts.
Peanuts was a idol group.
Non-Koku Del Peanuts or some shit like that.
I don't know who they are.
I'm not familiar.
Okay, so what did they do?
He does a song and always announces the freaking Matsuzaki Shigeru.
Oh, is he the hype announcer for the concerts?
No, he comes out and does this song that is his
Oh, is he the really tall, like, super tan
yeah.
guy who does a lot of, like, surprise announcement songs?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm familiar with that guy.
Yep.
So yeah, that's gonna be fun. We'll see if it even happens. Even if I have all these tickets, it's not real until I actually get in. So.
But you have
until then.
You have the ability to get in.
Yeah. So just applying for Momokuri was so insane. Like, you apply for the lottery for the ticket, and you win a ticket, and it's like, oh, that's not all. Here's another lottery. Because, like, the tour package that I applied for, that was a lottery, too.
Oh, my God.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
why isn't it all in one? Oh!
Yep.
Wow, you got so freaking lucky, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, really.
I mean, to win both days plus the tour package, that's...
Yeah. Like, the tour package was, like, that was, like, the most nerve-wracking thing. It was like, what if I don't win? Like,
that is,
what? I have tickets and I don't go, or what? Like, and what they ended up having you do is choose, like, 3 different tour packages, and just, like, put them in priority. So, like, this is my first choice, second choice, third choice.
Maybe anyone who won the tickets were gonna win the tour package.
Yeah. So, I think they built it in a way where if you didn't get any of your choices, they were still like, maybe you'll just commute that whole day or whatever, back and forth.
Here's a special shuttle pass for you.
Yeah.
You'll have to find your own hotel.
Yeah, or basically, like, go there and then just go all the way back home to Tokyo.
And then come back.
Yeah, and then come back the next day if you want. If you can.
And hope you don't miss the last train.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Because Momo Club concerts end at like 10, 11 o'clock.
Oh,
The last lottery I won was today, which was for a Shachihoko event in Nagoya.
Oh,
They were having like solo lives or something, so I applied for Honoka and Now. And I only won Honoka's, and that's on the 10th. And apparently the event ends at 8 o'clock. Or I think the event might be from 8 to 9 p.m. And from looking up the JR shuttle, or not the shuttle, the JR line times to get back to Tokyo, the last train out of Nagoya is 9:30.
oh.
And so now I'm thinking, like, should I just spend the night there? And,
Cutting it close.
Like, look up a Airbnb, or should I try to make the train? So I don't really know what I'm going to do for that one.
Do a capsule hotel.
Like, why is the last train out of Nagoya at 9:30
Yeah,
to go to
that's-
Tokyo? Like, who the fuck?
I mean, it's
Yeah,
a
it doesn't
longer
make any
distance,
sense.
so...
I guess. I mean, it's like an hour and a half.
I mean, it depends. Is this a
On
bullet
the
train?
Shinkansen? Yeah, I think it's a bullet
I think it's like 2 hours or something.
Yeah.
Which would put it at after midnight, which
Yeah, that's probably why they didn't want to do that. So late.
Lame.
Yeah.
But yeah, that should be all the ketchup I got.
So yeah, we'll see if you're gonna be on the show next week.
Yeah.
'Cause it's literally the day before you leave, so
Yeah.
you probably have plenty of things to worry about. So
Yeah, we'll see.
we'll see. We might see you next week, or we might see you next year. I
Yep.
guess so. Bye.
Yeah, see ya.
later.
Yeah, I'll see you in a month. So yeah, all right, Draco. You got a little tipsy. You got a little drinky poo.
Oh yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
Not too
so,
bad, but
Yeah.
yeah, it was an alright Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But I mean, beyond Thanksgiving, and I don't got nothing.
No Black Friday stuff?
Well, technically
Shopping,
no.
No.
I did buy some more. Well, I'm upgrading my RAM in this
Oh, nice.
in my Windows computer.
So is it store policy? Because do both of you work in retail?
No, I don't anymore.
Oh,
Work.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, you worked in retail though, right? So is it store policy, like if you work in a Target or whatever, you know, or a Walmart, and you have Black Friday deals, like the employees can't just like snatch shit for themselves on the
I'm pretty
on
sure,
the day.
Yeah.
Like no matter what. So if they want to get something, they have to get like a family member to just wait in line like everybody
Probably.
else.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or get it after you get off.
And it'll probably be gone.
Yeah, and it'll be gone by then.
Yep. But yeah, I'm tripling the RAM in my computer
Tripling? Why?
because I bought 16 gigabytes of RAM.
Why? Because of
Who
Black
needs
Friday.
who needs 16 gigs of RAM?
I might need 16 gigs.
Unless you're doing like 3D model rendering shit or movie
Yeah.
cutting.
Well, modded Minecraft can take upwards of 8 gigabytes by itself.
A lot of games are requiring pretty high RAM.
Yeah. Fallout 4 requires 8 gigabytes of RAM.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's messed up. I have
So-
8 gigs right now, I think.
Yeah, me
It
too.
was 2 8 gig sticks for $60.
60 total?
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I got 16 gigs of RAM. I'm going to take the 4 that's in this one already and put it in my other computer and double that one. So,
You have another computer.
yeah.
Linux,
I have
one,
a
right?
I have a Linux and a Windows computer.
Ah, okay.
Nice.
So, yeah, I'm going to have 16 gigs of RAM, and that
And you can play Minecraft.
Yeah.
And there he goes. I didn't do any Black Friday shopping, so of course
I didn't
worked.
either.
So
There was no Black Friday shopping for me.
yeah, fuck that. It's too much work.
So,
I had someone waiting.
Go ahead.
I had a friend of mine stood in line in Best Buy. Not stood in line. He basically like slept over in the line with like a tent and sleeping bag and everything to get a TV.
Oh, God.
So I could have asked him to pick up stuff for me, but I
The thing
didn't
is,
really
like-
see anything that I wanted.
At a certain point, isn't that not loitering? Like,
They have to allow it. I don't know. Like, it's
like,
just
is it just Black Friday shit? Like, if someone felt like fucking putting a tent, on a regular day, isn't that sort of okay too? If you can just do it on Black Friday just because it's Black Friday, like the law doesn't apply.
Well, it's kind of up to the stores, I think, on if they want to consider it loitering or not.
That's hot bullshit.
Right.
It should be consistent.
Because I know that GameStop will allow.
GameFly's mailing service will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
like, movie
GameStop.
theaters do it, GameStops.
Yeah.
A lot of retail stores. If they have their own, like, brick and mortar stores, they typically allow that stuff.
So, what about Minecraft?
No, nothing.
It uses a lot of RAM.
Yeah.
Wait, you play Minecraft?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I didn't know.
Yeah, I started playing 3 or 4 months ago.
You see there was like a Minecraft version of the Momoclo single, the Kiss one.
No, I didn't see that.
I think you linked it on you from YouTube. I think.
Yeah, I think I retweeted
I think
someone.
I saw it.
But yeah, that's ridiculous.
Huh? No, I missed that one.
Yeah, it's just shot for shot, all recreated with Minecraft blocks. There's some creative liberties taken, like they have the those really like blocky people versions of Momoclo, but they also give them like fingers and stuff for them to do certain things, and like different facial expressions. But for the most part, it's very impressive.
That's a great PV.
I like that PV a lot.
Yeah.
Y'all talked about it when I wasn't around.
Yeah, I talked about it on the evening show. I thought I was like the only one that liked that song. I still like that song.
That's fucked up, bro.
Yeah,
the
man.
Kiss one?
That song's really good.
I love that song.
I didn't really like it.
You can
Why?
I don't know.
see that door behind you.
Did you like
Get out.
Gino Chikai?
The
Dragon Ball song.
it was okay, but not that great either.
Come on! They're both great, in my opinion.
Maybe I'm just not a big fan of Kiss.
I mean, I don't.
Yeah,
like
I mean,
Kiss
Kiss
at
did
all.
arrange that song, right?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure they arranged and
Yeah.
wrote the song.
I think the instrumentals were kind of boring, but I think the rest of the song was awesome.
I also didn't. I didn't like Momoclo covering Detroit City.
Yeah, no.
That was just bad.
That was whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Momoclo, like, they haven't released a lot of songs in the past 2 years.
No,
so-
they haven't. Well,
really.
they got 2 albums coming out next year, so
Yeah, so
pretty.
I'm really hyped
hefty.
about those.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be good. I hope. So yeah,
I hope
Draco.
so.
Anything else?
No?
No.
No, that's about it.
Okay, so I'll get into my week. Oh boy, guys. I'm
What's up?
not gonna be the guy that says I work this many hours and it sucks. It's tiring because people have multiple jobs and work all day, all night to support families. So I'm not gonna be that guy. But god damn it, I worked 14 and a half hours yesterday and starting at 6 a.m. and I got no sleep the night before.
Great.
It was a long day. It was a long day. But we got through it. We made a lot of money. Not that I see any of it, but
Yeah.
maybe it'll reflect at the end of the year. Maybe wink, wink. So that'll be nice if I get some extra bonus cachet from that. But we'll see. Yeah. This whole week I put in about 52 hours at work.
Damn.
When you put in that much hours, I felt like I didn't have any free time this week. I just worked. Even on the
pretty
2
much.
days off that I had, it felt like I didn't have those 2 days off. It just felt like I was at work all week, and my feet are sore and
Yep.
stuff like that. So yeah, it's been a rough week. I have tomorrow off, but then I'm back to work on Monday. I usually have Saturday, Sunday off, but I had to work today because I had Thursday off, which was Thanksgiving. But Thanksgiving all day, I was worried about getting enough sleep for Black Friday, so it pretty much fucked everything up. I played Dota with Kyle for like 3 hours in the morning, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna relax, stay in bed, not do anything, but then I just kept on worrying about Black Friday, and then when I went to bed, I psyched myself out. I'm like, am I going to get enough sleep? Thinking about that all night, I'm like, oh man, Black Friday's going to be a long day. And then I psyched myself out, and I think I got like 3-4 hours of shit sleep. Of just waking up every 20-30 minutes. It was not good. I wish I went in with in a better condition than I was in. But I got through it. I got through today, and I'm just gonna do nothing tomorrow. Just lie in bed and swallow sadness.
I worked 2 jobs. I just quit my second job like last week. But before that, I worked 2 jobs for a month, kind of just doubling down on saving money for Japan. Just money in general. But the first week was really rough because I kept my regular schedule for my first job, and I usually worked like 30 hours there. And then my second job tacked on like another like 25 hours on top of that.
Holy shit!
Yeah, so I'm working like
oh my god,
close to like 50 or 60 hours that week.
God.
And, they're both food service jobs. One of them I'm like running back and forth between the dining room and back of house. The other one is like, I'm like making food, I guess.
Yeah.
Preparing food, going to the back, restocking and doing all that shit. So, yeah, that was one of the first times I actually came home, pulling like a double shift. I would work somewhere from like morning to lunch and then somewhere else from dinner to closing.
Yeah.
And walk home. And yeah, that was the first time in a while where I actually felt like my legs like felt sore just getting home and like laying down. And those were one of the only times where I would actually walk into my room after work, lay down, and like fall asleep almost instantly, like with my lights on and everything, and I would just wake up and feel like shit.
I've
take
never
a shower.
Had that happen.
I had no like, just nothing. I didn't take my glasses off. I didn't change. I just like flopped down.
Thankfully, like I've never been that tired ever in my life, so I guess I've been pretty blessed, like where I just pass out in front of a computer from reading or doing homework or something like that. I never did all-nighters in college because I studied during regular hours.
You study like a normal, how people should be studying?
Yeah, exactly. Not a normal person.
Normal people would be the ones pulling
all-nighters, in college. So I was like, what are you guys doing to yourselves? Like drinking Red Bull? And like one of my college friends was like, I came up with this crazy new technique of sleep schedules. I'm like, okay, so explain that to me. What did you come up with?
Sleep
he goes,
for 20 minutes.
No, he goes, you sleep for 3 hours, and you stay awake for 8 hours, and then sleep for 3 hours, stay awake for 8 hours. And he did that for a week, and he was destroyed. Yeah. I'm like, of course it's gonna happen to you. That's a horrible thing to go through. And like
that only works if you. Yeah, that only works if your schedule allows for it.
Yeah, and he's a college kid, so like you're gonna have like a set
classes,
schedule.
Maybe you have work.
It's not gonna line up every time, every day. So like, he fucked himself
for something like that to work. You need nothing in your way of going to sleep.
You're just doing that because you like do freelance work, or you're a streamer that can stream whenever you want.
Whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So it didn't work out for him very well. Yeah, so he stopped doing that after a week. It was kind of funny to see. I knew it wasn't gonna work. So.
Yeah.
And then he showed me Assassin's Creed on the Xbox 360, and our minds were blown. That's college.
Yep.
That's college, man.
Wow, that was a college for you?
That was college. That was my junior year in college, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a long time ago. Xbox 360 came out 10 years ago, guys. Just a reminder. Fuck.
Yep.
God. Time flies.
Jeez. Yeah. That it does.
So yeah, that's it for my week. I think I'm done reminiscing about the busiest week of my job every year, so we can get into our impressions.
Sure.
Talk about some fun stuff.
Yeah, some crazy stuff.
We're starting off strong with the crazy stuff. Go Go Nana Ni San Ni Re. That's 5572320. Their second single, Pom Para Pecoruna Papillota. My God, that is a mouthful.
That's a tongue twister.
Also, It's a second single, but they're not releasing it as a single though, right?
I don't know how this works.
It's a B-side for Superhero as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, it is? Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
but I think they're calling it a second single. I don't know. It has its own digital release. I know that. Like branded as Gogo Nana ni Sanire.
Yeah.
What I found out, sorry, I just wanted to get this in before we go in too deeply, but what I didn't know about this version of Ebichu is that this is a tie-in to Coconut Sables, the little cracker cookies.
Yep, crackers.
Yeah. So Go Nana ni San ni de is like, if you read it numerically, it's Go Nana ni San ni de Coco Natsu Sable.
Sure.
I read that and my
Whatever
mind was just, it was blown. I just could not believe it. I was like, this is just, of course. I just said of course and just walked away.
Yeah, it's...
I feel like this is just an excuse, like, for someone to just do whatever they want, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Pretty much. I mean, this PV is like... I'm not even trying to describe it. It's like the monkeys meet Bohemian Rhapsody.
It's definitely Bohemian Rhapsody. You can definitely hear that in parts of the song.
Well, the hairstyle looks like the Beatles or the Monkees or something.
Musically, it takes a lot of cues from Queen in general.
There are certain parts of the song that are like straight out of Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
Like the parts are like da-da-da, da-da-da.
Oh, yeah.
And the singing call stuff.
A lot of things going on in here.
My God, I don't even know how to put this in words.
Like the song has like stages, you know?
Yeah,
there
like
are times where it goes from one song into another, you know, and not in a typical sort of like schizophrenic Hyadain kind of way, but there are like actual acts where they introduce like different things musically throughout from beginning to end that they don't return to at all. There's just like a one-time thing.
Yeah.
I've listened to the song countless times at this point.
I've listened to it maybe 5-6 times.
Like I can listen to the song just fine without the PV.
Yeah, I haven't tried that yet.
Yeah,
so...
you should try it. You should try it and come back.
I don't know.
I could definitely see listening to this without the PV.
It's a different experience for sure, because you know, like it's so when you watch a PV, it's so intrinsically tied to like the visuals.
Yeah.
It's definitely different when you watch it without it.
Yeah, I mean the gold face, half face head thing with the spikes coming out of it.
Yep.
And the head inside the head, and
I don't know how to digest this whole thing.
There's a giant cracker
Oh!
monolith with lips on it, and
that's how I digest it.
Yeah, and then it faces off with Rina, and
I don't. Why is Rina like this? I don't understand. She's like got the covered face, which I get is the theme of the group in this version of Ebichu.
Mm-hmm.
But like, why is she like this main protagonist that's standing on a podium and like praying to coconut cookie gods? Like, I don't understand.
No, this is, I mean, they set it up in the beginning. She's really just eating a cracker, right?
That's
a cracker.
That's
and then,
that happened in the first PV
then
too.
it
The
crunches.
first single.
Well, in the first single,
They were eating cookies too.
Yeah.
The same ones.
Yeah, but here it's actually focusing on the fact that she is eating a cookie.
Right.
And the sound the sound of her eating the cookie goes into is the thing that like starts this whole thing apparently. So it is a audio visual representation of, hey, this cookie's good.
Yeah,
Maybe?
I don't know if I would trust the cookie from this PV. Like, check out this cookie.
Yeah,
like, it's some like back alley shit, like some shady like deals going on.
Heard some things about this cookie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what to think of this. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know how to digest it. Like, the last thing that I've seen this crazy may have been like something from Biss, maybe when they did Muda Muda. I don't know if you guys remember that one, but
I was thinking like Kari or something like that.
yeah, like I was maybe like Shachihoko when they did Ainochi Kyusai, like
Oh, that was
some
nothing.
crazy shit going on.
Yeah.
This is like that times 100.
A lot of times I feel like PVs fall a little short of matching the intensity of like really fast-paced songs.
Yeah.
I feel like this PV is actually able to keep up.
No, this PV is perfect for the song.
Yeah.
Whether you like the song or
fits
not.
really well. Yeah.
Yeah.
It works for the song in a lot of ways.
Yeah, it works. It just... How do you describe it?
Yeah, I don't. That's why I'm stuck right now. I just don't know how to explain the song. It sounds like Bohemian Rhapsody, like we said, and then I don't know. That's about it, right? For the song.
In a lot of ways, it just doesn't play out like a song, especially an Idol song.
Yeah, it's hard to
Yeah.
keep up with it because of the stages it
Yeah,
goes through.
it just has a completely different structure.
Yeah.
Musically, like they have the chorus, but
Sort of like Otome Senso. Like I hate to keep bringing up Stardust groups, but like Momoko's Otome Senso had a whole bunch of phases within the song.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
similar in structures like that.
Yeah.
But this goes beyond it and into a whole another universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really hope some of this stuff leaks into their actual Ebichu activities.
They've been pretty
Like just
straightforward,
collaborating. Nah, well, Ebichu's always been like really goofy with their songs.
Goofy,
generally.
but they've
like
they haven't-
Superhero is a very like is a pretty big departure from what they used to
Yeah,
do, or
yeah.
what they have been doing.
But like they don't do stuff like Shachihoko where it's just in batshit insane craziness,
Or... Man, yeah, I guess.
They don't do Janaika or like Ikurashi or Shuto Iten Keikaku,
Yeah, they have their moments. Like
Yeah, they-
if you listen to Kinpachi, like they got some. They have a.
Yeah, Kinpachi, yeah.
It sort of shows like a lot of different ranges. But yeah, a lot of their. I don't know. There's like Ebichu's just weird. They're a
Yeah,
really
they
weird
don't-
Group.
They don't really follow the same style that the other Stardust groups have.
They don't really go with colors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't go
numbers.
colors. They don't go with centers. Like
Yeah.
their song styles change, at the drop of a hat.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. It's and they have by far the most members in the group, even though it's just 8. Like it looks like a lot of people compared to any of the other Stardust groups.
Yeah, because especially the member numbers are getting up to 11 now, right?
You go up to 12. Yeah.
12? Okay, Rico's 12.
Yeah, Rigo's 12.
Okay.
So yeah. I don't know. We're scoring this. What do you do? Where are you gonna give it?
I wanna say a couple things about the PV, but I don't know where to begin or how to describe any of it. I don't know. You just have to see it.
It's an experience.
Yeah, it's an experience.
I don't like. I'm not huge into Pink Floyd, but I feel like this is something Pink Floyd would do visually.
I was thinking about that too. The wall.
I don't know. I don't listen to Pink Floyd, but I'm thinking they would do something like this back when they were doing their music.
Yeah.
It's just psychedelic craziness, I guess.
Yeah.
Surreal.
There's more than a few things that people can relate to as far as, getting high. She eats a cracker and her pupils literally dilate. Like, what is that?
That reminds me of Requiem for a Dream.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's a thing that happens quite often in the movie. I think. Maybe.
Yeah, just a lot of surreal stuff going on in this PV.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
I like it a lot, though.
Yeah, it's visually super interesting. I guess, yeah, we can
It's the kind of craziness I like.
Unless you guys have anything else to say. I don't know. I think we did a horrible job describing the PV, but it's indescribable.
Yeah.
It's... Pink Floyd's The Wall. It's just... Whatever you take away from it is what you take away from it.
Right.
Nobody else can really tell you what it is.
Yeah. I agree. Alright, let's score it then. I'm gonna give the PV an 80. And song a 70. But I think there's room for growth after a couple of more listens, so we'll see.
I think I'll give it a 90 across the board.
Wow.
Song and PV. It's something that I never expected to happen, but it was something that if I had creative control over anything, I would probably want to make something like this. Not that I have the ability to, but yeah, it's just they made something that I thought was pretty much incredible and right in line with the kind of stupid and crazy that I like. So yeah, it's right up there.
I'd probably give this song an 80 and the PV a 70. I like a little more understanding in my PVs than this one gives. It's still interesting to watch, but it's not something I would necessarily come back to rewatch.
Nothing that they're showing is like completely abstract though, right? You pretty much know what you're looking at.
I don't know.
But there's too much disconnect necessarily between them to...
Why are the members dressed up like some sort of snowmen with like orange-red stockings and orange-red bob-cut wigs and holding up the crackers?
Because some art designer said, hey, that would look cool.
Pretty much.
I guess. It's just, I don't know.
I'd also like to know just how much of this song was actually performed by them.
Oh, they did a live performance on
that was
some TV program.
That was just really the karaoke. Like, they played the instrumentals and they sang over it. They didn't perform the instruments like they do in the PV.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I don't think they are supposed to in this song.
Yeah, I think the song's a little.
I wouldn't
tougher.
expect them to. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was like a behind the scenes video as well of them just training to harmonize through all of this song. And
yeah, the song's just vocally intense.
Yeah.
So
just intense in general.
Yeah, it's really intense.
Yeah. So, all right, let's go nana ni san ni re.
Yoko Kanno composed the song also. I mentioned that last week off the stream. Yoko Kanno composed the song.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome as well, because she's my hero.
Compara pecoruna papiota.
Papiota.
Will we find out what that means? We'll never know. But moving
Probably
on.
not.
Maybe we'll find out by watching this next PV.
No, we won't.
No, probably not. Bish. Brand new Idol shit. All you need is love. Not the Beatles song.
But this is going to be the more popular one, obviously.
More popular than the Beatles?
Yeah, it's going to be the one everyone talks about.
It's going to be the one that goes down in history as one of the
worst songs ever?
Songs of all time.
There's going to be a billion covers of this song.
Damn. So, there is a 5-6 minute drama intro of... It's not a drama so much as, like, it's real bio
like
stuff.
Documentary type thing.
Yeah. It's not like a shitty acting drama, it's actual real shit. Brand new Idol shit, so... If you're really invested in the group or you want to find out more about the group, I think it's a pretty nice thing to look at, but for me, I just want to hear the song and the PV.
Did you actually watch the first 6 minutes of it?
No, I did not.
I didn't either.
I am an
did.
asshole.
I just kind of skipped through until the song started.
Yeah, I'm an asshole.
I actually did watch the whole thing.
Of all groups that you watched the drama version for, or drama parts of it.
Yeah.
Because if you watched it, Yoshi, I was going to ask you, like, what are these members talking about?
Yeah, sorry.
They seem to be talking about their childhood and why they wanted to be artists. I'll put it that way, artists.
Artists.
Because I'm not sure they wanted to
It's
actually
something.
be idols necessarily, but that's,
Right.
And how they came to be in Bish and why they joined and that kind of thing. Which is kind of emphasized in the PV where they show lots of, like, baby pictures and...
Right.
Baby videos.
Yeah.
So it's a neat little thing for people who want to know more about the members and their background and them younger. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess if you...
I apologize for not watching it because I just can't sit through 5 minutes of this. I just can't. I mean, I'm watching this part for the first time right now, but of course we're having the conversation, so I can't really listen to that and our conversation at the same time.
Right.
Yeah.
So what do you think of the song?
I like the second part of the song. Is that part of the song?
Yeah. It still feeds into it.
I guess. I don't know if it was like, here's the rock rendition, or like this is a whole different song.
It's the slow build up. You start, it's a
Like a
reverse
3-minute
deconstruction, or you start with just there's like a bass and drums and vocals, and then you introduce the guitar, and then
Do you stop?
and then more people start singing, and yeah, it's all building up to the chorus, basically, right? It just takes a really long time to get up there.
But then the song ends, and then it goes into a whole nother part.
Yeah.
That's what I...
Yeah, it's like two songs.
Yeah,
Isn't it more of like isn't it just a song but higher tempo?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Faster tempo?
Yeah, it's faster, and it's got like more pop to it.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to understand, like, can I just have the second version more extended than the slower, like, emotional version that we're hearing right now?
Because you have no heart and you just want to get to the climax?
Oh! But guess what?
What?
Climax is always the best part.
Yeah. But if everything's a climax, is there a climax at all?
That's life, man.
Life can't all be a climax, Yoshi.
I don't know. That's how I like to live my life. There's no upward trajectory. It's just a flat. It's a flat line of climaxes.
Yeah. There's nowhere you can't go. There are no peaks and valleys.
No, man. It's just peaks. How does that even work? I don't know.
No, it's just plateau.
Yeah, it is a plateau, but it's a plateau of peaking. Yeah.
I like that it builds up towards the faster tempo. Because, it's like, oh, okay, like, this is the nice sentimental... It's a nice sentimental song. Like, it is almost like two songs in one.
I mean, I think it makes sense with the PV. Like, I think the slower, like, calmer approach is more appropriate with the PV and its feels and, and Seishun and baby pictures and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, when I think about, like, quote-unquote, BIS or BIS-related people,
Yeah.
I like the more intense rock attitude, flicking people off, kicking them, from the stage and flicking them off. I want that attitude.
Yeah, so they're giving you both here. They're like, hey.
But I want the whole song for the last 2 minutes to be the whole song.
The thing is, there's not much to this song in general, though, right? Like it's a punk rock. It's a really simple song. You know, it's not a bad thing.
No.
But if either of these were stretched into a 4-minute song, like it would just be kind of monotonous after a while.
I guess, but I would, if I were to pick one, I would say the latter would be more my style.
Yeah.
It's preference.
Yeah.
Because if someone were to serve, here's this first part, here's the second part, I'm going to take the second part all day. I'm going to eat all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't like either one.
Well, you're not a big Bish guy, so...
No.
I mean, neither
I
am
mean, you
I.
don't have
I'm
to
still...
be. I'm not a Bish guy either.
I mean, I want to be, because I love this, so I want to be a Bish guy, but
I'm just
nothing
not
they've
familiar.
done so far has grabbed me. But that's how Biss was in the formative year or two anyways. Like, it took me probably a year and a half to get into Biss, like, for real, so... Because I didn't really buy their stuff until PPCC.
Holy shit! Yeah, that was a while in.
I think that was probably a year after they debuted, because
Yeah.
I think that was their first major AVEX
Right.
release.
Because there have been like 3 different versions of Biss throughout its existence anyway.
Yeah, I got into them when they added, 3 members. Yeah, 3 members, and then it became the second version of Biss. Then that's when I got in. I was like fully on board. So
I see.
yeah, rip Biss.
Yeah, and I never got into Biz, so...
Yeah, they don't seem like your style, anyways. So it makes sense. Anything about the PV? It's just live footage from their concerts.
Yeah.
Them backstage, baby pictures, rehearsals. So it's a really nice PV for people who are like, oh, that's my Oshi. I got to see my Oshi doing performing stuff. That's
Yeah,
cool.
it's like
that's-
here's like videos of them growing up and stuff, pictures
Right.
and whatnot.
Yeah, that's how I see it. Like, I don't know any of their names. One of them, I'm pretty sure, is called like Gummy Bears or something like that.
Gummy Bears?
Pretty
Sure.
sure one of them is Gummy Bears, and
Apparently one is like Aina.
Ina. Okay, Ina, of course. Ina the end. Ina the end. That's her name.
There's a
one-
Yuki there somewhere.
There's a itty bitty titty. Pretty sure.
Really?
Yeah, something like that. Something along those lines. That's all.
Wow.
Biss and Bish, they all have weird names. Like Uika was Uika, first summer Uika. Like they all have weird fucking names. So
Huh.
Okay.
Hug Me, yes, that's one of them. Hug Me. There's a member
remember
named
his name.
Hug
Oh
Me.
yeah. Well,
So-
was she the one, or is she the one wearing the Hug or Die T-shirt?
That would probably be her.
Maybe. It'll be appropriate.
So yeah.
Yeah.
If you're into Bish, you probably like this.
I like the song.
I like the song.
I like
yeah.
that it has 2 halves. I like both parts because I like the melody, which is basically the foundation of the song.
Yeah.
I like punk rock. I like the attitude. I like the sentimental stuff also. So, yeah.
There's a member named Ling Ling.
Sure, why not?
I believe it. I believe it.
Yeah. I'd believe it.
So yeah, I think we're ready to score this one.
Sure.
What about Day? How would you score this?
I think I'm going to give the song... I think I'll give the song 78. And I'm using the full scale, by the way. 78. And the PV, I'll give like an 80.
Okay, nice. Draco?
45 across the board.
Damn!
5.
Get wrecked, Bish.
Yeah. The PV has nothing of interest for me, and the song just doesn't.
But see, I feel like if 50 is your like midpoint, 50 is like you don't give a fuck point, right? And then if it's under 50, it's like I actually dislike something about this.
Yeah, I don't like
So
the
there-
song.
Okay. So the song
And the PV is boring. There's just nothing there for me. So, I mean, if it was like OTNK or something like that, maybe.
OTNK,
PV
the best song about male genitalia
yeah,
of
sure.
2015.
I mean, if it's the PV I'm thinking of with the giant crab, or is that another
Yes,
group?
yes, I'm
Okay.
pretty sure that's the one, I think.
That PV was actually fun. It was interesting. This one,
Okay, I'm sorry, I got the names wrong. The one I was thinking of is Sento Chihiro Chichi.
Okay.
Okay.
And there's a girl named Momoko Gumi Company.
Sure.
And of
Okay.
course, Aina the End, Hug Me. And Hashi Yasume Atsuko. and Lin Lin, who Pizza Ghost in chat says, inspired by Morning Musume's Lin Lin. So there you have it.
No way.
That's the members of, it's members of Bish. Fantastic names.
So what are you gonna give it?
I'm gonna give it a 70 on the song and 70 on the PV. I think they're both average. I think I might like the song a little more if I could just get the audio and then just listen to the audio and then don't think about the PV cuts and stuff. Because
I feel like I like the concept of the PV, and I think the PV worked well. But I guess I'm coming at more. I graded this one more from an objective standpoint.
yeah,
Like if I was actually invested in the members, this would be like a great video that I would
Yeah,
watch a lot.
probably.
Yeah.
But because I'm not,
there's only
I wouldn't
one way to
revisit it necessarily. But
do it.
yeah, I think it's a good PV for its fans.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I actually watched it all,
Yeah, you
true.
of all people.
and I just. By the time the song actually started, I was done. I was ready to close out of it.
We can move on. Close out that one. Anjurumu. Anjerumu. Anjurumu? Is it Anjurumu or
It's
Jerumu?
French.
There's. Okay, I need to.
And
I
Jeremu.
need to make sure I got this correct because
And
it's very
Jedumu?
important.
I don't know.
Anjurumu.
Anger me.
Anger me.
Anger me is how I read it.
Oh,
ahead.
Donden Gaishi.
God, that was loud.
Good job. Here is another very heavy rock song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Anger me's kicking ass this year.
They're angry. So this is the part of the Fukuda Kanon Goodbye single.
Is this also tied to the nail hammer song?
Yeah, it's the other
So it's a
A-side?
triple A side?
I believe it is.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
And the other
I like
song's
all-
heavy as
yeah.
shit too.
Yeah. I really like the hammer nail song. That's what I'm going to call it because that name's way too fucking long. And I don't know what the actual Japanese title for that one is.
Yeah, Kugi something.
Yeah,
the
the
nail
Kugi
that
song.
sticks
I like
out
that song.
does
That
not
song's
get
fucking
hammered
rad.
down.
Oh, Desugita Kui wa Utare Nai.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. That song's fucking rad. That's
So,
my
yeah.
favorite one out of all the other A-sides. But this one is also pretty good. Not as good, I would say. What?
I think I like the song better.
I don't know.
Why? Why?
It's catchier to me.
Yeah.
I don't think the other song was great. I thought it had some weak parts,
Yeah, I'd
and I
say,
sort of feel the same way with this song too. So
I'd say this one's got a catchier chorus.
yeah, I usually grab onto the choruses. So if you have a good chorus and a good hook, I think I usually gravitate towards that. But I feel like both of these songs kind of feel empty, not like amazing or great.
See, I feel that more on Donden Gaishi.
Okay. Like maybe
Because
I'm
this one seems a
comparing-
little more like in the middle, whereas I feel like the other song is just kind of, I I don't know. I feel like that one has more personality.
Maybe. Maybe I'm just expecting, like, Taiki Banse or
Right.
something like that. That song blew me out of the water. These two songs, these two heavy rock songs aren't doing that for me. Not saying they're bad, but they're not 100, scores,
No, but they're good.
Yeah, they're good.
I'm actually really liking Anger Me's newer rock style.
Yeah, it's definitely better than. I mean, the new style is more appropriate to me than, "Hey, bus driver, stop! I'm gonna be late to school." Songs. So,
Dot bikini.
dot bikinis,
Oh yeah.
dot bikinis of the
whatever.
world.
That's mileage, man. Totally different. Totally different.
I reminisce those days, man. Like, please, miniskirt post woman.
Booing, no booing, boo. Fuck that shit, bro. No.
I remember.
Smilage has some highs. It has some real lows.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they've been on highs the past couple years, though.
Yeah. I really
Yeah.
like their Smilage's last few releases, actually.
Even before the name change.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eika Yataru-chan, those are my favorites.
Yeah.
In that era.
That song is fucking... Yeah,
Love it.
that's probably my favorite Smilage song.
Yeah, I think either of them are. But Taiki Banse is up there for me. I think.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what the last.
I like Eika.
Eika's great. But like this year they did.
I like the Otome Gyakushu or whatever.
The horror one.
Yeah.
It sounds like a horror
That
song.
song's fucking great. Yeah, it sounds like a Halloween song.
Yeah, I liked like Nana Korobi Hachioki.
Yeah.
That was another one from the summer, I believe. So, yeah, I mean, this is a new interesting direction that they're heading in, and
Yeah.
I don't
the
know.
thing
Maybe
is,
it's a
they don't
one-time
feel
thing.
tied down to anything. Yeah, because
No,
they put out Taiki Banse, and there hasn't really been any song in that vein, or like
Yeah.
Gyakushu, or they're just kind of feeling out what they want to do, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah.
But,
I think it's like Barry's Kobo's gone, so we need something to, we need a group to kind of take over, and then I
Yeah.
think they put all their money into
I mean,
Anger Me.
See, and I think current
these releases
Anger
have gotten
Me-
me a lot more excited about anything Barry Circuit has put out. in a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
I think that the current Anger Me is what I was like really wanting Cute to be,
Mhm.
and it just didn't happen.
And Cute, you really like Cute too, so
Yeah.
you had high expectations for them. I mean, I think
Yeah.
Cute had a good year this year. I don't think there's anything wrong with anything they released this year. I think Tsugino Kado Magare is like an awesome song too, and
Mhm.
they've got some good songs.
They've been coming up in the last few releases.
Right, but before that, like anything between like 2012 and like 2014
Yeah.
was just a dud for me from Cute for the
Yeah,
most part.
That's probably my blackout from Hello Project.
Yeah.
I don't think I checked out anything from Hello Project during those years.
Oh, but that's when like Morning Musume was carrying that shit though. That's when Morning
Yeah,
Musume
yeah.
was just hitting the high notes.
Oh yeah, that was when they started their EDM phase.
EDM
Yeah.
movement. Yeah, so I really like the song. I think the chorus is catchy. I think I like the song a little bit more than the other one. Metal Hammer,
I like the
Nail.
Hammer song. I like Hammers.
Hammers. Yeah,
I'm not
I
sure.
think
which
Hammers
one.
is just weirder. It's a weirder song, which makes me like it more. I don't know. They've got some really strange musical, like, arrangements
Producers.
or, just even, like, in delivery and stuff. It kind of reminds me of a Gyakushu in a bit.
yeah.
I'm not sure which one I'd go with. I think I
Whereas,
like the PV better for Hammer. Hammer time.
Hammer. Okay,
I feel like
great.
I
That's
feel like I'm the opposite. I like the PV for this one more, the Don Dengaishi.
Well, Don Dengashi has less visual effects in the PV, I think.
yeah. It's just in front of a couple pillars.
Yeah, but they have, they do a lot of like lighting stuff where they're like
Yeah,
silhouettes
special
and
effects.
stuff.
Yeah, but they don't have like the city lights running down through the PV.
Nah, fuck that shit though. That's whatever.
You know,
Sparkles, glitter.
yeah, like Desugita does.
Yeah.
Yeah, the PV's not interesting, though. Just them in front of pillars and graphics. So,
Yeah.
that's about it. Outfits look okay.
Yeah, I think I
not
might
great.
go with Desugita for the song Eyes. I like the faster pace of it.
Okay, well, I'm in the minority.
So it's more harder rock as well. I don't know if
Yeah,
that
it's a little
plays into it
faster,
at all.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little more metal than this one.
This one's more like straightforward, like anime OP sounding
Yeah.
rock.
Kind of.
Which, yeah, that's fine with me, but
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I love that shit.
Yeah, I like that both of these songs are kind of like, hey, stop being a dumbass and start doing like get to work songs. I guess I like those. Like stop being a fucking slob.
What are you doing with your life, man?
Yeah,
Get your shit
just-
together.
Get your shit together, you know. Those are typically my favorite songs out of any idol group. So that's part of why I also appreciate Hello Project. You know, as bland as their translations are, and as like weird and funnily like directly translated they are.
It's literal.
I can still
it's
like yeah.
literal translations.
Yeah, I still appreciate it.
is it like Ika translating all of the PVs?
Is it?
No, it's.
I don't
it's-
know.
From what I hear, it was Tsunku's friend, who is from like Australia. I
I have a
believe.
friend.
Yeah, Tsunku has a friend. He's from Australia, and he's so snobby about his translations that he literally translates them because he knows that he can 100% translate from Japanese to English.
I mean, it's decent, you know. It's better than a lot of fan translations.
Feels like I'm reading a fucking book.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
there's no poetry in here, you know. Like, there's supposed to be song lyrics, but there's no.
That's why I feel like I'm reading a fucking book. Like it's
Yeah,
trying to
it's-
tell me a story rather than a song. You know, like song.
It was like
lyrics.
it's translated by like future Google Translate,
Yeah,
where they actually get
it's pretty
Japanese
accurate.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not 100% accurate. Like, not, you know, it doesn't sound natural, but
Yeah.
it's decent enough.
You get the message.
Yeah. Showing
Right.
my fangs at them in my heart.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the fangs of my heart.
Are we
So-
ready to rate? I will go
Draco.
first. No, I will go
Oh,
first.
okay. You go
I
first.
have my numbers ready.
Do it.
80 for the song, 70 for the PV.
All right.
It's good.
Draco.
I just have to go probably 75 across the board on this one.
75
Yeah.
for the PV, and Feel 75 for the song as well.
Yeah.
This is tough for me. Yeah, I think I'll go 80 on the song. Then I'll go... Yeah, I'll go 70 on the PV.
Yeah, PV's not interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it's better than a lot of Hello Project PVs,
Oh god.
I feel like, still.
Anchor Bee's been using this format pretty much all year.
Yeah, they've been okay.
Yeah.
Stick them in a giant room and have them dance in front of some background.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. The Hello Project studio getting work done.
Except that one PV where they were in the freaking castle.
Yeah. But everything else is in the studio or in a warehouse somewhere.
Yep.
So yeah. Alright, so that's Anger Me on Jurumu Dondengaishi.
It's not all.
Speaking of Anjurumu, it's Fukuda Kanon Watashi. She gets a solo song because she is graduating today in Japan as we speak.
Oh, really?
She will be
Yeah.
having her graduation concert in a couple of hours.
I'm trying to find. I think I had a link for it somewhere. They're gonna be
Apparently,
streaming
there's a
it.
stream.
And,
Yeah, that's cool.
She's an original Smilage member.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Who else is left? What Ayaka's the last one.
Yeah, she's the
Dawa.
only one, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Dawa. Shit.
So she pulls the shoe out
You know,
And then
Cinderella,
reference.
that's her gimmick.
and then sits down to write in her diary.
Yep.
This is like the perfect like culmination of Fukuda Kanon, like cutesy shit.
I have a question though,
Yeah.
What is your question?
and I seem to recall hearing that she wrote the lyrics or some of the lyrics.
That would be
for the
really
song?
interesting. Because the lyrics sound
like stuff she would
strangely
say.
personal, yeah.
Yeah, they're very targeted.
Very confident girl.
Yeah. Like on some level, it was like this is a little too real. Because I don't know, the lyrics actually pose a lot of interesting questions. Just even in the song, she poses a lot of questions like at the people listening. So it's actually a really it's a cool like direct message for a song, especially for a graduation song.
Yeah.
And I actually like the song a lot.
Yeah, it's an awesome song. Like, I don't want to say, Day, you have very emotional attachments to Michige Sayumi's,
Yeah.
but Brappadoo?
Brappadoo is what I call it too.
Brappadoo Bubble Beam song?
Yeah.
God, what is her graduation song? Fuck, I forget.
I always forget the name of it. I haven't
Oh
found it.
God!
Brappadoo.
God!
Appledoo. This is terrible. Hey, you should know this off the top of your head, and it should be written on your grave.
It should.
Shabba dabba doo.
Shabba Dabba Doo.
I believe.
What's a great that's a great song. This is Fukuda Kanon's Shabba Dabba Doo.
Yeah. It fits her
Yeah.
personality really well.
It's perfect for her. And the song's awesome, and she wrote it.
Shabba-doo.
That's fucking like
Shabba-doo.
Well, I'm not positive she wrote it, but I heard that she did.
Pizza Ghost says she did, and I believe Pizza
I
Ghost.
would
He has
believe it, yeah.
credible information on Hello Project groups.
If not, she probably had. It seems like something that she would have like some influence over, you know, some creative control over, or had
Yeah.
input in. I believe there is some influence from her on this song.
Yeah, I'm reading
Yeah.
Hello Project Wiki Watashi, written by Fukuda Kanon, so I don't know if that's 100% accurate, but seemingly. That's cool. The PV's like, it's shot in like a really like pastel colored.
Yeah, it makes
Japan
her hair look
filter.
bright orange.
Yeah, it's
which
fucking
is
crazy.
Not in real life, but
No, it's not. And like Japan filter all over the place, so like
Yeah.
certain colors stick out, certain colors are totally faded. But the room is like really decorated, cutesy, like everything you would expect
yeah.
Fukuda Kanon to have in a room.
And
I've
it
never
fits
seen
the
her
song.
room, but this is how I expect her room to look like.
I can see that.
Yeah, I've never been a big Fukuda Canon fan.
What?
I feel like
Me either.
What?
I was a Dawa fan.
What?
yeah.
I mean, you are.
Yes, I am.
There goes
Hey,
my
I-
Anger Me fandom.
I'm a fan of the arts.
What?
That's what Dawa's studying in university is art.
I thought she was into like
Like
planetary
art history?
sciences or something.
That may be her major, but she's definitely minoring in art.
Okay.
Mm.
She's
Nice.
written freaking books on it.
I was
Various-
originally a Maeda Yuka fan,
And then she left.
Yeah.
and then
She wanted to have barbecues with Ikemen boys,
yeah,
from what I'm reading, from what I've read. And then what happened to your fandom? Your
I don't
Smilage
know.
fandom?
I think while Maeda Yuka left, and then they were like, they brought in all these new members. I didn't really know
Second gen.
what should follow. Yeah,
And
I
then
think-
third gen.
I think immediately after Maida Yuka, it was Wada Ayako.
Yeah.
Nice.
But I really like Mamie.
yeah,
Tomoe Mamie.
yeah, she's cool.
She grew like
Thanks.
a foot. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
and she cut her hair.
yeah, and she's just like a kick-ass dancer and singer. So
Yeah. I don't know. I love this as a package. Like
Yeah.
I
this,
think it's really well done.
the whole thing with the surrounding her graduation, her writing the song, the PV, how it's shot, except for the Japan filter,
Yeah.
the song being really really cute and like bubble poppy and perfect for her. And I think it's a perfect package as a send off.
Yeah.
And thank you for your services, Kanon.
I'm glad they didn't do a ballad.
Yeah, thank God.
It wouldn't fit her anyway. Yeah.
No.
No.
I'm also glad when Michige Sayumi got Shabba Dabba Doo, because that's a great song too,
Yeah.
and that totally fit her too.
Yeah,
that,
it fits her perfectly.
the PV song was perfect, and I feel like this is the same thing here. The package is perfect for the graduating member.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I'd
Score
say
time.
this is better than Michishige's, but
You shut your whore mouth.
Someone's mad.
she wasn't one of my favorites.
Would you say you hate her?
No.
Okay.
I was just indifferent to her. No, the only idol I will claim to ever hate is Mitsuki Aika.
Holy shit. What has she ever done to you?
Existed.
Oh my,
Oh my god, you're one of
Jesus.
those. Holy fuck. Let's never mention that again.
All right, we could talk about the Mitsui Aika less and on Jurumu Fukuda Kanon ratings here.
Sure. I'm gonna give it a 90. I think it achieves everything it needed to do and more. I think Fukuda Canon.
We're all Fukuda fanins tonight.
Yeah, all the fanins out there will probably love the shit out of this song.
Oh God.
I think they'll all love the PV. I think they did a really good job. So 90. You're already typing that down, huh?
That's totally the show title. Oh,
Fukuda fanin.
Fukuda fan. Draco, what's your score?
I would, I'd go with a 90 on it.
Yeah, 90 whole thing.
Yeah. It's a good package.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm actually gonna give the song a little higher than you guys. I'm gonna give it a 94. Give the PV about an 88, so balances out to about a 90, a little higher. So
Cool.
we're all super high on this. This is a great release. Check it out if you have a moment. We can move on. Yume Miru. Have you guys been seeing dreams
Adolescence.
of your adolescence? Yume Miru adolescence. My
Yeah.
Jenny.
Nightmares.
Depends on what kind of nightmares. If it involves Yume Miru adolescence is my Jenny, I might enjoy that nightmare, maybe. Then what are nightmares if you enjoy it?
True.
It's Yume Miru adolescence.
You're a weirdo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're a masochist.
So,
So
this song has some mood swings.
Yeah.
At the very beginning, like, I feel like, I don't know if I'm saying this correctly, but a lot of, like, the song is mostly in, like, a minor key. Like, it's sort of, I don't know.
Feels a little off.
Yeah. But then, by the chorus, like, everything is in a major key, and it's, like, super uplifting.
Yeah.
But all the verses are sort of more on, I don't know, they have a completely different kind of personality, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it because I'm not a music guy.
Yeah. The verse is definitely different. It almost doesn't feel like a part of the song.
Right.
while the pre-chorus kind of fixes it, it straightens it out, and it goes into the
Yeah.
chorus where it's like your typical Idol song.
Right. I kind of
I
like
like that part.
dichotomy,
Yeah.
though.
I like it.
I don't know. Watching the PV with it kind of throws me off on this song because
The PV threw me off a lot.
Yeah, the PV during the verse and stuff seems more melancholy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
fits
more
the song.
depressing.
And also, like, just, like, they're, like, it's supposed to be, like, a sunset, right? So it already, like, there are,
No,
like, strong shadows, and
just come out and
everything's
say it.
super sepia, and...
The lighting sucks balls. It
Well,
sucks.
it's made to be that... It's made to look that way.
Yeah, and it sucks. That technique
yeah,
sucks.
Yeah, I don't think it works really well for this
They
song.
needed some actual makeup on him. Jesus.
No,
They need
it's just
some what?
the lighting, man.
No, in the
They
dance
got-
with the disco ball, they're like reflecting bad off the girls.
I mean, it's not like they're greasy or anything. It's just the lighting and the whatever the camera lens or lighting they used just made them look like they're not wearing makeup.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's pretty apparent that they're all wearing makeup.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they are. I don't know. It just makes them look like they're sweaty.
Yeah. Maybe it's hot in there, man.
Probably.
Yeah. Sounds a lot. This song sounds like an anime song to me, especially the chorus part.
Yeah.
But yeah, like all the lighting. The lighting is really moody all the time, like
Yep.
throughout this PV, which is not fitting of the tone of the song in general. Yeah, and the color scheme is a little too monochromatic.
You guys remember Safe No Mannequin by Nogizaka?
Yeah, it's pretty similar,
No.
right?
It's set in a school, everyone's wearing school uniforms, and then there are lights flashing from behind
Yeah,
the members.
and
It's
just cast them
totally-
all in shadow, and
Yeah, it's totally that. Just a different color filter.
I like
end
the
of this
visual.
PV. Ugh.
I like the visual in the second half though, where they have the wings on, and just like an insane light show going on behind them.
I hate that
Why?
because there's too much lighting behind them.
No, that looks
There's a lot.
amazing. That looks like a visual effect,
Right, but there's a lot.
but that's pretty sick.
I
mean,
don't hate it.
there's some cases where it's like they really stand out against it, and others where they just disappear. The wings look cool in the lighting, but the girls, nah.
I think
Not
the
so
wings
much.
look pretty stupid, if you ask me.
I said
Yeah,
in the
I'm
lighting. I
never a
didn't
huge fan
say
of
overall.
White wings.
It just looks like a cheap Victoria's Secret knockoff.
I'm not even
Wings.
sure they're that high.
Yeah, wings and Victoria's Secret runway shit is like the dumbest.
Yeah, it's
thing
pretty.
ever.
No, but they're angels, man. They're
No.
Victoria's Secret angels or some shit.
Playboy bunnies. Oh.
Oh no, that's it.
yeah.
I feel like this PV is like a really small and budget scale 1, 2, 3, 4 Yoshiku.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, oh, we can't
can see
shoot
that.
during the day. It's like after they shot 1, 2, 3, 4 Yoshiku, like this crew came in and shot, and they could only shoot it like after 1, 2, 3, 4 crew came
these
by, and that's why
extras.
that's
Yeah,
why the sun is setting. And
They're college students.
They couldn't use that school to shoot it until after school was out,
that's what it
so
feels
they
like.
had
Yep.
to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why they could only shoot it while the sun was setting, and that's why the lighting is the way it is.
Yeah. Maybe. I'll go with it.
But yeah, like
I thought-
the video starts off like looking really ominous, and just even like the sound effects and everything. There's like a siren and like fucking horror movie sounds going on, and then it goes into this song. It's like weird.
I don't know, but it's something strangely awesome about the song.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's a good song.
it's got that salty sweet thing going on.
Yeah, because Yume Miru, like, so far, has been very straightforward. Very
Yeah,
very bubblegum pop. So
Yeah.
this is a nice change of pace.
I like this song a lot.
Yeah, this song's
Uh,
actually
It's a song that grew on me.
after a couple listens, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing here. It wasn't an initial instant thing. It was like
Yeah.
a couple
At first,
listens.
I was like, "What the fuck is this?" 'Cause
Yeah.
it was just like tonally like weird, especially with the PV and everything, kind of enforced.
Now this is a song that I would put on my MP3 player and listen to a lot.
Mm.
Of course, it's super catchy, and the weird dichotomy with the verse being kind of dark, really interesting. I also
They have. Oh, go ahead.
I thought I knew the members okay, like I thought I knew their faces, but like I think two of them got a haircut, so I'm like, who the hell are these two? But then I realized they just got a haircut.
Yeah. I'm not that familiar with Yumimuto members at all.
There's one girl who was in Kamen Rider.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
That's cool.
Yeah.
I wish I was into Kamen Rider. I feel like that's like a cultural, like, landmark that
Yeah.
A lot of people are into, but I never really got into it.
I think it's
beyond-
sort of like being into like Ninja Turtles, I guess,
Yeah, I guess.
as an adult. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But people are into Ninja Turtles because they were into it when they were kids, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Whereas, it's like, would I be able to get into Kamen Rider? Like,
Yeah, you don't have
Yeah.
the child nostalgia.
I think, well, I think Kamen Rider is more aimed at the older teens than kids.
I don't know about teens, but like maybe 10,
What about
12.
Sentai and all that stuff?
Yeah, Sentai's
Yeah.
maybe.
That's more for kids, right?
Yeah.
I feel like you could, like all the tokusatsu stuff you could probably group into one demographic.
I don't know. I think Kamen Rider is a little more older than, like, Power Rangers or whatever.
They should make an edgy one so like adults can get into it.
Yeah. Joseph Kahn made a Power Ranger spoof video.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was
It was
pretty
cool.
much like that.
Yeah, it was awesome.
If you want to get into Kamen Rider, go watch Hibiki.
Hibiki?
Yeah. That's probably the easiest one to get into.
Is it accessible, if you know what I mean, to obtain,
Yeah.
to
it
watch?
Should be.
Okay.
The girl was Shida Yumi from Yumemitu was in Kamen Rider Gaim,
One I didn't
if
watch.
you're interested.
The only link I have to Kamen Rider was wasn't there the two Tomomis in AKB made that
Yes,
one song?
they
with
were.
Yeah,
Kamen
they were
Rider?
They
in
did that.
Kabuto?
I think they actually
yeah, I
like
think
guest
so.
appeared in that show also.
Yeah, probably.
Ooh.
All right.
Yeah.
Anything else on the PV or song?
I think we can read it now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give this song 84, and I'm gonna give the PV
Wow.
62.
Oh shit.
Wow.
PV score 62.
Draco.
I'd give the song probably a 78, and the PV about a 65.
Damn. All right. Well, I'm gonna give the song a 92. I love the song.
Damn.
PV, I'll give it a 72. Give it
72, 92.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's Yumemitu Adolescence, My Gene.
So we all agree that the song is 20 points higher than the PV
Yeah.
generally.
The song is really good compared to the PV.
But on average, yeah, somewhere around there.
All right.
You guys ready for some more Mind Fs?
Sure.
Let's talk about some passcode Never Sleep Again.
I've only recently become acquainted with passcode.
Well, this is only their third single, so.
Yeah, and I didn't really enjoy their second single, and this feels more like the second single than the first single.
The first single is.
What was their second one?
It's like they're in a gravel pit, and they're just like shooting guns and lasers, and
In a
Now I
gravel
know.
pit.
I don't remember the song because I didn't like it.
Now I know. I don't remember what their first single was, but I want to say that they had like a refrigerator that they were dancing in.
Sure.
But I could be thinking of a different group that we haven't covered in a while too.
Could be. But this song's called Never Sleep Again. Hence why they were sleeping in some sort of scientific lab.
Like a Matrix-looking thing.
Yeah, I don't even know, man. It's fucking crazy.
And they never wake up.
Yeah. Because you never
So-
sleep again? That I don't...
I guess if you never wake up, you can never sleep again.
Yeah,
Technically.
sure.
So the first problem with the song, the vocals.
This
The
is what
robot-
bothered... Yeah,
robot vocals.
this bothered me about their second single. The whole entire song is littered with the obvious autotune. Yes, every song has autotunes because it fixes their pitch, but like the obvious blatant use of autotune is something I cannot handle more than bits and pieces of. So that's why I
Yeah.
didn't like their second single, because it was all that. This is no different. I just can't do it. I can't get myself to get into it.
Right.
Yeah, it sounds like something out of that program. God, I am just going blank tonight.
Still tipsy, man. From
Yeah, like I
all
said,
that
still
turkey.
recovering. Hatsune Miku,
Hatsune Miku.
Vocaloid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Vocaloid stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this song has a very Vocaloid-ish quality to it. Not just by the vocals, but just, I don't know. Yeah, if they said this was a Hatsune Miku song with her vocals in it,
You would believe it.
Yeah,
It wouldn't be that hard to do.
it fits right in with that.
See, my problem with the vocals isn't, well, it is the autotune, but not primarily the autotune. It's that the vocals are so much quieter than the instrumentals.
That's what happened in the second single as well.
And
I
that
did
was-
not understand that. Why? How does that happen?
I don't know. That was my problem with the second single too. Yeah, you could barely hear him. I mean, the one girl's screaming into the mic, and you could tell she's screaming into the mic, and
It sounds like a whisper.
Yeah,
there's growling there, kinda.
I don't know. Maybe it's new producing meta that I don't understand, where I'm missing something here. But it just, because of like a couple of production, like, not mistakes.
Choices?
Yeah, the choices. I can't get into it. I tried. God knows I tried. But there are pet peeves of mine, like the excessive use of autotune or the obvious use of autotune, just is too much for me. And then the fact that vocals are quieter than the instrumentals, like, I don't know. I tried. Passcode. I tried.
Yeah.
yeah. Like this is basically like Eurobeat meets alternative rock, right?
And there's nothing wrong with that. I love both of those things. I love Eurobeat. I love alternative rock.
Yeah.
I have no problem with the instrumentals.
Yeah, none.
The song's great as far as that goes, but if you're gonna have singing in it, let us hear it.
I agree.
Yeah, the mixing sounds super weird with vocals.
It's two straight singles too. Like,
Yeah.
this has to be a deliberate decision by this one producer saying,
But
"Oh,
see,
you
if
know
they-
what? This is my style."
But if they didn't, if they didn't auto-tune it to hell, and if they bumped up the vocals a bit more, what would you think of the song?
See, I can't tell the melody because of how robotic it sounds. Because it's different. Interpretations are different because your voice is not flexing as much as it would when you're being auto-tuned like that.
Yeah.
You're going to hold out notes longer. So it would sound completely different. I think it would be better, in my opinion.
You think it would be
But
better?
I am not some producing genius, so what do
I
I
mean, if
know?
they perform this song live, it's going to be like that, right?
You would think, but you can do live autotune. It's possible.
Yeah. I don't know
Yeah.
if any like indie groups ever bothered
Yeah.
to do that though.
Right.
Or
Apparently they
they'll just
do.
lip sync the whole thing. I don't know.
Or they do, maybe.
They apparently do, because I'm watching TIFF.
And it sounds exactly like it? Like the
They're
recording?
pretty tinny.
Oh.
And
Does it sound like it's also being sung live though?
yeah, you can kind of hear their vocals underlying it.
Okay,
but
so they lied on top of the song.
yeah,
That's what
A lot
Bliss
of groups
does
do that
too.
also.
Yeah. And PV, it's like in a nightclub-ish location.
It's way too fucking dark. I can't see anything.
No, can't see anyone's face. All I see is a couple of bodies, some arms and legs
Crosses.
flailing.
Yeah, just lighting
Cross,
wise,
yeah.
just it's way worse than
Human
Muta
Muta.
15's lighting. Because
Yep.
it's just yeah, like there was no thought put into lighting whatsoever. Like it's
It's the atmosphere. It's the club atmosphere, man.
yeah, I
Hey,
guess so.
Dark.
this isn't really. I wouldn't even classify this as necessarily a PV as a live shot video. I mean, that's what it looks like. Is
The only thing that makes this a
Yeah.
PV is the post-production filtering.
yeah,
Right.
the opening
cuts.
and closing.
Right. Do you think this was an actual live performance though?
It could have
I-
been. I would believe it if someone told me.
Well, yeah, it probably
I think-
was a live performance.
think-
because
I think there's a certain like MTV-ness to this whole thing.
Yeah. I'm sure there were
Where like
multiple takes
the
of
audience
it.
just doesn't they don't look like a Voda audience, you know?
Right.
They kind of look
Yeah.
like hired people to be into the music.
But I would believe it if they said, "Oh, we're gonna do a short, show, and before we get started, we're gonna record this PV. So
yeah,
pretend you're hype." Because some bands do that too these days, where they're like, "Oh, we're gonna shoot a PV hangout here. Come out. We're gonna play this song, and you're gonna be in the music video." So
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I just can't.
So we're gonna score.
yeah,
this
I
thing?
can't get into it, but I'm ready to score.
All right.
Song is like 55, PV is like 45. Nothing works for me. Sorry.
I think I'll give the song 68. I do think there's something there. I really wish they took out the autotune. I feel like if you just had raw vocals, it would work so much better. Also, yeah, as noted, the mixing is also weird and all over the place.
Yep.
So it could be something in solid 70 range, but as it is, not quite there. PV, yeah, it's gonna be like, just give it like a 40. I'm not gonna come back to this, and it actually hurts my eyes a little bit. 'Cause
There's
I'm,
no
straining
replay
to-
value in the PV whatsoever.
Yeah.
Nope. I'd probably give this a 52 for the song,
All right.
and like 38 for the PV.
Boom.
45 maybe. Low.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
at some point it becomes, yeah, I mean, the whole thing about our point system is arbitrary, but yeah, I could also put it down to a 30 if I really wanted to, I guess. It's all in the murky lower half.
I'll have forgot this PV within an hour.
Yeah. it's-
So yeah, we're all not so hype on this one. I think we're about an hour and 45 in, so maybe we'll make this one the last one. What do you guys think?
Sure.
Okay.
So we'll make this one the last one because we got to get to our final word and stuff. So hopefully we'll end at like 2 hours. Next one,
Cerebit.
Tsuribit Uroko Gumoto Orionza.
Whatever that
Uroko.
means.
Uroko
So,
Gumo
is
is like
this
a
like
shape of
a-
a cloud.
Is this
What
a
is this?
fishing
Yes, this is the
Based-
fishing group.
group?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like their theme is actually fishing?
They actually
Yep.
have fan events where they fish with the fans.
That's fucking cool. That's awesome.
I don't know if they still do that, but that was
I
like
saw a
what they were
PV of them
advertising.
doing like the fishing thing, and I was like, that's cool, you know?
Yeah.
But other than that, I haven't actually seen any direct ties between fishing and this group, so I was just wondering.
A lot of their songs mention fish. or fishing
Okay.
culture.
Yeah,
They're gonna cast their bait
Of love.
of love.
I'd actually like to see more like fishing in the PVs myself, but
Well, it's anything that at a certain point it just becomes too niche and they can't expand.
Right.
yeah.
But then they shouldn't have fucking chosen a name like Suribit and
But when you
been
see
about
that
fishing.
a name like Turibit, it's actually a cool name if you ask me. I think it's not a bad idol name. I don't think it's
You
one
think
of
it's
the
a
worst
name
out.
that could stand on its own even if it wasn't about fishing?
Yeah, I think like even like if you walk up to a Japanese person and say, "What do you think of the name Tsuribit?" I don't think they'll go, "Oh, it's fishing, right? It's got to be fishing." Like, they'll be like, "What the hell is that name? I don't know
Yeah,
what you're talking
so
about."
it's more abstract.
Yeah, I think it's abstract enough to not like evoke the images of fishing.
I feel like Suribit does a lot of dancing on rooftops. Am I wrong? I
Yes,
don't
they
remember,
do a lot. And
Yeah.
I don't remember all their past PVs, but
bright blue skies.
yeah, when I think of
on
Suribit, I
roofs.
think of, it's the one where they dance under the blue sky on a rooftop somewhere.
Either that or they do it in front of like the ocean or on a beach somewhere with a bright blue sky behind them.
Yeah.
It definitely happens. I've seen it before from Suribit. I'll be honest, I haven't seen all of their PVs, but I'm pretty sure I've seen at least one more PV where they're dancing in front of or on top of a roof with blue skies in the background.
Yeah,
So-
I think 2 or 3 singles ago they had one.
So yeah, PV, the girls are in love with a dude,
Yep.
a single dude, I guess. All the same dude.
Guy looks like a jerk.
He's probably a jerk.
Wouldn't be
He's
surprised.
got his hands in his pockets when she's confessing to him. Like,
Yep.
what the fuck's wrong with you?
Have some respect, motherfucker.
Why are you so guarded? Yeah.
He also looks way older than them.
Yeah.
Are the members like super young? I feel like they've been around for a while. So.
They've been around for a couple of years, but I think they started out super young.
I want to say like 15, 16 maybe.
That's pretty young.
There might be some younger than that.
Oh
but
god. Let's see. I'm gonna wiki this.
Their official website
They
is
formed in 2013.
citybit.com.
Oh fuck! He fucking kabedones that girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she doesn't even hardly
I'm gonna
react
take
to
10
it.
points for that.
Oh god. 17, 15, 15, 14, 15.
Unironically used kabedone.
It's serious. It's totally serious Cabadone.
Yep, serious kabedone. You're losing a grade for that, buddy.
Serious Cabadone is fucking terrible.
Yeah. Why? Like that's just everything that it symbolizes, and just what it's turned into. Terrible.
Disaster.
Yeah.
And she doesn't even react to it. She's like,
She just looks at
"What
him.
the fuck are you
It's
doing?"
like, what? Are you serious?
Cabadone was funny 2 years ago, motherfucker.
All the kabedone memes have worn out in the past
Yeah,
year.
I think it's about
Yeah.
something like Rasangarlai. That's the new meme in Japan now. Rasangarlai. Whatever the fuck that means.
I don't know what that.
I don't keep up with the
what
comedians
that
these days, so I don't know.
Yeah,
That's the new meme.
it means nothing.
I mean, it probably means nothing, so.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it's just made up, but yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely made up.
So they start off as looking at the sky, and then they say something, and then they run away.
Something like they're probably saying some stupid station shit.
Sorry, guys, I totally did not listen to what they were saying the first 3 times I watched this PV. I apologize.
I
fucked
didn't
up.
either. And then they
Said
cut
some.
to the PV, which is all about them, confessing to this one dude. And,
Same dude.
Apparently, him confessing to one of them.
Or
I don't know.
at least Cabadone's one of them.
Yeah,
That's a
And-
confession in a different way.
and then them running back into the same spot they ran away from at the beginning of the PV,
Because they realize they're all in love with the same guy. I don't know.
and like with the Big Dipper in the background.
Yep.
That's the
Or
Orion.
Orion,
Orion's
yeah,
belt.
that's the one.
God, the drama is not. It's not juicy enough.
Drama?
I don't like drama in PVs. Is what I'm, you know.
You used
Like,
to
they're-
defend drama like a motherfucker.
No, I'm saying like drama, as in like, you know, members. Whenever there's like there's a narrative string of like members getting mad at other members. I don't know. Like, I just feel like it. Those are all bad. Those are all terrible, for the most part.
I don't know. This one's just a little too generic for me.
Yeah, there's nothing.
And we don't.
Nothing going on. Nothing goes on.
Yeah.
They go fishing, yo.
Yep. There is a scene where they go fishing, and she has to teach him how to fish.
In this shallow ass fucking river where no fish would.
Hey, I caught a
Swim through.
tadpole.
Yeah, they're going tadpole fishing. Brought the wrong gear for that.
Yeah, you don't need that. You don't need a rod for that.
Just bring a bucket.
God, it's so safe. It's just dripping with safeness.
I mean, this is like, I could see this being an AKB48 song.
Oh, that totally sounds
Right?
like an AKB48 song.
It's got the
The
same
guitar
kind of
work.
arrangement, instrumental structure. It's
Absolutely.
very AKB. But I mean, that's a market in of its own, you know. It's,
Yeah.
This would be what I would class as a generic ass idol song.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a baseline idol song.
I have to say, I felt that way about Suribit from the start.
Yeah.
I haven't come
But
across
even then,
a
there are
song-
some Suribit songs that like you end up liking a lot, even though they are generic, right?
I listened to their album once or twice, and nothing really grabbed me. Like, nothing was bad, but nothing was just standing out and separating themselves. It was just all very safe, very, very normal. Not bad, but not
Yeah.
great.
Yeah,
generally.
they don't push any boundaries with their songs.
It's not a bad thing,
No.
because that's the sound they're going for. You know, they're not trying for like a niche market, you know, within the idol.
The problem is that for people who listen to, for like us, we pay attention to everything, or we try to pay attention to a lot of what's going on in the idol industry. We see so many different things that are being offered, and to us, it just looks like middle of the road safe stuff. Nothing wrong with that, but
Yeah.
when you put it
There are people who really
alongside
like that
other-
sound as well.
Yeah, of course, but maybe they're not used to seeing things like Shachi Hoko or Biss or something.
Jupitron or...
Yeah, something
Yeah.
crazy out there, like a baby metal or something, you know? When you're not used to seeing that, this is perfectly fine, and, you know, it's safe, and it's good, it makes you feel good, makes you think about Seishun and Kokoro and Kimochi.
Then
So,
if you want to go to an idol event during the week or something, you know, they probably got one.
Yeah.
And
I'd go to a Tsuribit fishing event. I haven't fished in 10 years or whatever, so
I got a pole in the closet.
I bet you do.
I bet, yeah.
I haven't been fishing in a couple years, but I've got a pole.
All right.
I'm just gonna
so,
sit here and just think about
What are we going to score this thing?
you having a poll. I'm gonna give it a 65-65.
I thought you were going to say 69.
No, I'm not.
Just to keep the lewd train going.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
I'm going to give this PV. Let's see. There's some math I have to do here
Yeah.
because there was the unironic Kabudon, so that's minus 10 points. And at the end of the PV, there's a shot of all the members like running and then like laughing for no fucking reason. I hate that in PVs usually, especially when it looks really fake and sounds really fake. And here it just sounds like ultra fake. Like, what's so funny? Why are y'all laughing? It's really awkward and it's really bad. So I think I'm gonna take off like 5 points for that one. And the PV itself is like a 60, so I guess it gets a 45 minus 15.
Wow.
I mean, no, Yeah. 60, and then 55? 55. No, 45. I'm really bad at math. It's going to be somewhere there.
Wow.
It would have been fine. It would have been 60. But it's got some penalties.
That's for the song as well?
No, the song, I'll put it at like... Song would be 60, yeah. 65 maybe if I want to be nice.
I'll give this just a straight 68.
68?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like the score that this thing would get.
68?
Yeah. It's like a C.
I don't know. I feel like I change my criteria of how I grade these things, like per video or per song.
Of course.
Because sometimes, yeah, because I can go at it in multiple ways. It's like, oh, I can rate it based on what it's going for, right? Like, what's its ultimate goal?
Right.
What kind of atmosphere do they want to portray, and
who's the audience that they're trying to appeal to?
who's the audience, and do they achieve it? And I guess in this song they do achieve it. It's just, but then it has to reflect on like my taste. And then I
think at the end of the day, you have to be true to your personal tastes.
Yeah.
Because if we did objective rankings, I think most things we'd all agree on.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because we all have different tastes. Like, if we take like a,
I feel like there's always a slant. Like there's a curve.
Yeah, I mean, if Bish released something that I liked, Draco still probably won't like it because it's sort of Bish sounding, you know? That's sort of what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Oh god, unironic Cabadon.
Yep.
Please. Jesus Christ. Alright. That's it for impressions, folks.
Cool.
We'll get into our final word here. We'll be doing small discussion topics. If you have discussion topics or something that we could talk about for final word,
some final word
us.
topics.
You can tweet at me at YoshiRect, and I will put it in here. Or
you can also write it in chat right now if you have any ideas.
Yeah, definitely. I'll copy and paste them, and we'll think about using them. So it's just a small topic. It doesn't have to be. We don't want like, oh, AKB didn't break 1.1 million. What do you guys think?
What does that mean?
We've answered so many questions like that. We just don't need to answer that question anymore. But
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, thank you. That is the conclusion that we've always come to. It fucking doesn't matter. So I put this in here. It's a twist on the question that Day asked last week. My question is, an idol group you were meh on, but you have recently taken a liking to for some reason. Or if you can't think of that, what about the opposite, where you really liked, but then they kind of just faded into the background for you?
Do you have something like that, Draco?
You know, I didn't have until like an hour before the show.
Yeah, you said you were struggling to come up with it, so.
Anger Me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Up until probably the single or two singles before the name change, I was just not into Smilage.
I like those songs, man.
I
like that
too.
sound.
Yeah, I liked a lot of Ayaka, but as far as the group went, I really didn't care. But so now it's like...
I didn't want to interrupt, but I have to interrupt because they're adding a 4th gen member, and her last name is Kamikokuryo.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I think they already added her, or introduced her.
These names are getting crazier.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we knew, or it was announced before Conan's graduation.
Oh, okay.
That they would be adding a new member after she graduated.
Okay, so it was after they said that she was going to graduate, so...
Yeah.
So did you like, What were the last singles that you liked by Smilage before the name change? Was it like Samuine, Tabidachi, Atarashi,
Miniskirt
Watashi?
Postwoman.
God, I'd have to actually look up what they released.
I have the discography here. Eika, Iyatsu. I don't know if you're... Eika's a great song. Mystery Night, 18 Emotion. Susukino.
You've been me to 15. Did you stop there?
No.
Debut single.
It might have been, because I just never got into them.
Yeah. I mean, they had a very specific sound. Even with an Hello Project.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
There were a string. Yeah, Smilage. Looking at this, there are more songs that I like. There are more songs that I'm ambivalent or dislike compared to the songs that I like. Looking at Smilage when they were Smilage, I guess.
I think my biggest problem with them was they were extremely repetitive in their songs.
I don't know what
guess
you
so.
mean exactly by that.
I don't know
but-
how it's more repetitive than other songs.
Suki-chan? How many times in a row do they say Suki?
And how many times they say dot and dot bikini. So that's like
Yeah. Annoyance, pet peeve.
Yeah, but that's not like every single.
Do you
No.
like coconuts? Do you like Santa-san?
When I first heard it, no, I didn't. Actually, I would say I probably started liking them about the time Mystery Night 18 Emotion came out,
Mystery Night? Okay.
which was,
I think that was their highest selling single.
was
Released.
up until Otome Gakushu.
Yeah.
Taiki Bonsai.
Deservedly so, because that's their best.
That was
their best
incredible.
release so far.
Yeah, looking at these, I just don't see anything in their previous discography that I liked.
Yeah, for me it was like Eika, Yatoru-chan. I like Miniskirt Postwoman. Yeah, I guess those were like the top ones. Shortcut was pretty good. Yeah, but Koino Booing Boo, what the fuck?
That title, though.
I think I was okay with like Uchutin Love, or Uchotin Love,
Uchoten Love.
Yeah, which I didn't love.
but
Song's not bad.
yeah. Other than that, just
I like
Please.
Tachiya Girl, Tachiya Garu.
Tachiagaru is pretty good. I think Please Minuscule Postwoman is a very quirky, fun song
Yeah.
that sounds like nothing like ever before. Chotamate
Yeah.
Kudasai is a clusterfuck of emotion.
Actually, yeah, I like Chotamate Kudasai.
I like that song too. As dumb as the lyrics are, I love that song.
That PV was so sad though.
The PV was terrible. That set,
was
that
incredibly
set was
sad.
just paper mache cardboard cutouts.
Yep.
It was sad. Okay, well, that's a good answer. On Judomu. Been pretty fucking good this year. They might be one of the best releases so far this
Yeah.
year.
It's definitely probably top 3 for me.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I would say that as well.
Yeah, for me it was actually hard to come up with them as well. I don't think there's a group that I recently started liking that I didn't like before.
Right.
But just looking back.
Or, like, maybe I'll...
Fairies,
Okay.
Fairies
I was-
was one.
I was thinking, like, maybe I could phrase the question a little better. Like, when they first debuted, or, like, during
Yeah,
their
yeah.
infant stages, you didn't really get into them, but, like, later down the line, you were like, yeah, third, fourth single, you're like, yeah, I can get down with this.
Pretty much. Like, Fairies, they put out more Kiss and Song for You. And I was like, super not into either of those songs.
Yeah.
And I didn't really pay attention to them. And then they put out Beat Generation, and that was when
Ooh.
I really got into them.
Yep.
Tokyo Girl Style also. Like, the very first time I heard Tokyo Girl Style, they were on the same... That was the first time Momoclo appeared on TV as well. That was the 2010 Music Japan Idol special or whatever.
Mhm.
And they performed Onaji Kimochi, I think.
Oh God.
It was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
let's get together.
Yep.
I was
That's a
like-
good song,
I was like-
but
I don't know. I didn't care for that song at all. I was like, holy shit, this is the most boring sounding song of the night.
Well, I mean, if you're putting them up against Momo Glow, yeah.
Yeah.
But
No, because fucking Morning Musume performed Seishun. Was that
Seishun
Collection? Like, I
Oh,
thought
those
Seishun
outfits.
Collection was on par with Onaji Kimochi. Like, they were just the same, like, energy level, kind of whatever. So I wasn't really into that group. And they put out Gambate, which was, like, their... I remember the PV, I think. That was when they were all cheerleaders, and they were...
yeah.
What was it? They're going after, like, baseball players or something. They're falling in love with baseball players, obviously. High school team, of course, not actual baseball players. Then they put out Himawari to Hoshikuzu, and I was like, holy shit, this song's amazing.
yep.
And that ended up being like, yeah, like probably top 3 songs of that year. That was when NSK did their first end of the year show, I think. So you go back, you can hear me talk about that song. Also, what sealed the deal was Kodo no Himitsu.
Great,
That whole
great
PV
song.
song package was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are the ones off the top of my head I can think of. Tokyo Girl Style and Fairies. But if you think about the reverse question, idol group that you really liked, but for some reason, like faded into the background. I mean, there's like the super, super obvious ones, right?
Yeah.
Like I can't pretend that AKB hasn't fallen off my radar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or that most of the 48 groups have fallen off my radar at this point. Where, you know, it's just... It was like swimming upstream at some point for me. Like,
Yeah.
just a lot of releases, a lot of songs. I would miss one single release, and it would be like, holy shit. Like, I have to watch 6 PVs and, like, you know, listen to 6 songs to, like, catch up. And
And a lot of graduations as well. Like that's
yeah,
that's a big
that's
part
the thing.
of it
Like,
too.
it was the
People come and
revolving
go.
door thing. Yeah, like, a lot of people that a lot of members that I knew were leaving. And it was just...
takes a lot
there
of
was,
effort
like,
to keep up with them.
At some point, like, I think it was 2014 maybe, or 2013, when it's got a huge influx of, like, brand new people coming in.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, these are all the new kids, like, learn them and, you know,
Learn them
follow them,
one
watch
to
AK
the-
Bingo every week and figure out who they are, and, like, I just couldn't keep up with that at all.
Yeah.
Even though they weren't on AK Bingo either, so it didn't matter.
Oh, that's true. Wow, they made some effort to put them on AK Bingo.
Yeah. They
Yeah,
did like
some.
the newcomers episode. They do some stupid shit.
Yeah.
We'll make them eat lizards.
We'll go make them dance in the cafeteria.
If
Yeah,
AK
that's-
if AK Bingo was nothing but dodgeball, I
I'd
would
watch
probably watch it. I would
Yeah, all
probably
the
would have
time.
kept up with it, but unfortunately, not every episode was dodgeball.
it. Yep.
But yeah, it's just, you know, less familiar faces around. So there's less of a, like, there's less base attachment, I guess, you know, fundamental attachment, because AKB for me mostly was, like, about the members that I followed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the music I also fell behind on just because I wasn't downloading them when they came out. And I feel like I can't, off the top of my head, I can name Halloween Night and I can name Labrador Retriever. I don't know if I can name any other songs. Yeah, and I don't know if I can name any. Yeah, from the past 2 years, those are the only singles that I can name, like,
Yeah.
off the top of my head.
Yeah, I would struggle with that as well.
I can think of the videos, I can't think of the songs.
Boku Tachi wa Tatakanai. That was the election single. Then of course, Green Flash. That was a spring
Oh
single.
yeah, Green
Oh
Flash.
god, yeah.
And then it was Halloween Night. And then they'll. I don't know if there's another one this year.
Is that 4? Well, no, they have one
That's
more.
only
I
3,
think.
so I don't.
Yeah, they have one more at least.
Unless I miss one, but like last year was Labrador.
The Takamina single that's coming out.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's,
yeah,
the
this
that's
year.
the 4th one. Labrador Retriever and
The other Sashi song.
Sashi song. No, because Sashi didn't win. It was
Or-
Mayu. It was Mayu. That.
The,
What is that song? Oh.
We're terrible.
I didn't like that song at all.
I didn't either.
Oh my god, we're terrible people.
I feel like the success of Koi Suited Fortune Cookie kind of colored their musical direction for a while.
Thank you. I couldn't think of the name of that song.
It goes, ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay.
Holy fuck.
Ay, 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 ay.
That's,
Ay, 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 ay. That was the intro. That was the whole intro.
yeah. Coconut no placard.
Coconut no Blackbird.
Kiba Teki refrain.
Kibotech Refrain. I like that song, actually. How do I forget that? I really
Green
like that song.
Flash.
Wait, wasn't that this year?
Yeah, Green Flash was this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was
Green-
2014?
Kiba Teki refrain was the last one.
Okay, what was earlier?
Coconut no placard.
Okay, before Labrador Retriever.
Maishka Mukane.
Mashka Mukane. Oshima Yuko's graduation single. That's right.
Ah, right.
Apparently, the Takamina song is going to be Kuchibiru ni Be My Baby.
It's a great name. I'm not going to remember that.
It might. I'm not even gonna say it.
Why?
I'm not
That's-
even gonna say that.
That's totally not Takamina. That's just like forcing a gimmick on her. That's not her.
I don't know.
That's not her.
And then there was the album this year, Roads.
Rhodes. That was good. They had some crazy ass songs on there.
Mego from chat mentions Nante Bohemian. That song is fucking rad.
My chat is not loading. That's
You should refresh it, probably.
yeah. That sucks. I must have missed some interesting
Yeah,
combos.
I see Rio, but that's it. Right.
What was Nante Bohemian from?
That one is
That was the
from-
election song, right?
That was the election results.
Yeah.
'Cause that was
like the
Undergirls.
B-side? Yeah.
Yeah, it was Undergirls.
Undergirls
La la
B-side.
la la la. What was the song that year? Who won the election?
That was 2012?
I think it's 2012.
And No Pressure? So,
What?
Was that In Pressure?
No, and Pressure was John Ken.
Gingham Check?
Gingham
it was
Check.
Gingham Check.
It was
yes.
Gingham Check. Yeah, you're right. God, we're terrible at this.
Yeah.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
I mean, I watch those PVs all the time, but I just don't remember when and what came out together.
I feel like 2013 was the last year I really paid attention.
So long, so
Oh,
long.
God.
Yep. So
I don't hate the song, it's just the PV was just, what the fuck. Mariko married Jurina.
And it had some of the worst freaking green screening I've ever seen.
I mean, I think that was an artistic direction.
Yeah, it was
They wanted-
intentional.
he wanted to do that.
Yeah.
That old ass
Yeah.
director.
So, Yoshi,
Yeah.
your choice.
So I'm gonna keep mine similar to what Day did with like fairies. I'm gonna go back a couple years and think about how I felt at the time of their debut and their first 2 or 3 singles, and then me and their impression. That's gonna be Team Shachihoko, actually. When they first came out with, I think the first song I ever heard by them was Stardust Bowling.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I love the shit out of that song, but the
Yeah.
PV just, I did not like the PV at all. So,
The PV was weird.
yeah, I didn't...
I like that PV.
You know what it was? It was just because there's no, like, shots of the members performing at all, like, whatsoever.
Yeah, right.
It was just 2 shots of them lip-syncing, and that's about it, and the whole
Getting
time...
kidnapped.
Getting
Yeah,
kidnapped
the
by the bowling pins.
Bowling
and,
pins, yeah.
Yeah, and then when, like, Shutoi Tenkeikaku came out, I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, I don't understand. This
No,
is
I really
too
like
fucking...
that song.
I like that song.
In hindsight,
Yeah.
I love the song now, but back then I was like, I can't get into this. I listened to Kobito Sniper, I listened to a couple of their indie stuff, couldn't get into them. But then Inoch Kyusai came out. Then I'm like,
Yeah.
I understand everything in the world, including Team Shachihoko.
Except
I
Shampoo Hat.
love Shampoo Hat. You
I
get
love
fuck
the
out.
song.
I love that
just
song.
Don't get the PV.
No, the PV makes no sense. It makes no sense. But I love the PV. I love the way it's shot. I love it. I love the whole thing. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Kyusai came out. Nothing made sense in it, so it made sense in a way for my fandom of Team Shachihoko. Something just clicked when I saw I know Kyusai. I'm like, I understand them now. This is what they're about.
This is how dumb they are.
Yeah, and I accepted it. I went back. I got into Shitoiten Keikaku, which is fucking weird as shit too. And then everything they've released since, I've really, really, really enjoyed. I think they're one of my favorite groups in terms of musical releases and PVs. Yeah. So yeah, I that was the first group where I was like, not feeling it. But in answering the other part of groups that I used to just fucking love, and it's kind of tailed off for me. Yeah, the obvious ones are like the 48 groups, but I'm not going to get into that. It's the same situation with Day.
Yeah.
But for me, it's PASPO.
Oh, fuck, yeah. No, that's a big one.
Everyone
loved PASPO at some point.
I fucking loved PASPO.
That was like 2012, I think?
2011 through 2013. Yeah. Then 2014 hit, and they just started releasing not bad, but not great songs. Generic, yeah. It was like generic idol pop rock that was their sound to begin with. If you listen to their first, like, not Indies album, their first major album, that's what it was. But at the time, it felt so good and fresh. But
also, when PASPO came onto the scene, there weren't as many idol groups. You know, like there were one of they came out when they were one of the bigger ones, and when there were only maybe like 10 to 15 idol groups that a lot of people followed.
Yeah, I mean, you had your big ones, which were...
Whereas now there's like 20 or 30 groups that everyone knows about,
Yeah.
Or more.
Or more, yeah.
But yeah, when PASPO came out, there was Hello Project, AKB,
Momoclo, that's about it.
And Supergirls?
I mean, Idling.
Maybe, yeah. Idling, that's
Idling.
about it.
Before Momoclo came on, Idling was pretty popular, because they were basically...
They were the number two.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Hello Project, AKB, and Idling. No, Idling fucking disappeared. They fucked off.
Yeah, they're dead now.
They focused on their own fan base, and they're disbanded now, right?
Yeah, they're done.
Recently,
yeah. I think
last month.
Like last month or something. Yeah, right. So yeah, PASPO is one of them. Just I'm so saddened by what they've been doing.
That's the thing. I didn't even hear about. Like, I didn't keep up with them or anything, but whenever I see them, like, in a joint concert or just. Because that's the only time I see them is when I'm looking up a different idol group, and PASPO happens to be there also.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, like whenever I see PASPO, I just see like they just all look really depressed, and like I just get this really like depressing feeling out of PASPO in general.
I think the issue is
like the vibe is weird.
They're not adding new members anytime soon. I don't think they ever will. They'll just disband at this point, and they're just aging, and. Idol groups and aging doesn't really equate to success.
No, like they don't look old or anything.
No, they don't, but they're old.
They've been around.
Their average age is probably like 22, which is very high for an idol group these days.
And now we've got one of the members producing Pucci PASPO.
Oh, is that what they're doing?
Yeah, I can't remember which one it is that's doing it, but she appears in most of their PVs.
I haven't kept up with Pucci PASPO, so.
We've covered their stuff. They're
probably like Palette, because that's what Palette was supposed to be. They're supposed to be the feeder group for PASPO.
Well, no, Mini PASPO, Pucci PASPO, is supposed to be the PASPO that goes to the Olympics and performs.
What the fuck?
I don't understand any of that.
Fuck?
I swear, like, every freaking idol group is shooting for the Olympics, and probably none of them will ever make it.
No, they won't.
Yeah, because it's fucking 5 years from now.
It's the Olympics. They're not going to let idol groups perform at that.
We'll probably have somebody like Wada Akiko or something performing.
If they're going to have a performer like that.
I know.
That's like saying we're going to host the Olympics here in the U.S. and, like, Taylor Swift and Nicki Minaj.
I don't know. That doesn't sound so ridiculous.
Okay, maybe the comparison's not very apt, but
yeah,
someone less famous, I guess. But yeah, that's
Japan's
it's
fucking
crazy.
weird, yeah.
It's a weird place, weird fucking place.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
In Japan,
that's-
it would make sense to have an idol perform in the Olympics, but you know,
Yeah, but I
I mean,
don't
the
think
world
they'll
is
have
watching
it.
them. It's probably not in
No,
their best interest.
They're not gonna go for it. If it was a Japan thing, of course they'll be like, yeah, why not? Let's fucking put Momoclo on that shit, or AKB, get some AK bitches in there, and nope. So yeah, that's for me.
Yeah, I think if I had to go with the other side of the question, it would actually be Barry's Kobo.
I see.
Other side, as in you
Lost interest.
okay, over time, yeah.
Yeah.
When would you say you lost interest,
When
or when you started fading?
Rizako dyed her hair.
So that's fairly recently. Not for
Not
a year and a half
recently.
ago.
Oh my god.
Was it even
Like-
2 years ago? A year and a half?
Oh no, she's been doing that for longer than that.
Is it when she went like silver,
Yeah.
pink, gray?
Because that's what I remember is when she went. That
no,
super weird. Skin
she
tone
went
color.
red first, and then she went to like this silvery color.
Yeah, the closest color I could think of to hair color was lightning from Final Fantasy 13.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably around like Maji Bomber.
Maji Bomber. I like Maji Bomber.
2010?
Yeah,
That was a long ass time ago. Then
because I don't
that was when I
remember.
was getting to know Barry's Kobo.
I don't remember any of these other songs.
Like what?
So like anything after that.
Genki Naseba Naru?
No.
That song's amazing.
I think I listened. Well, I know I listened to their last single, but I know Dungon.
Want?
I know Dangan was not good.
Oh god, the spandex suits.
Cha Cha
So bad.
Sing.
Cha-Cha Sing? You don't remember Cha-Cha Sing?
No, I remember Golden Chinatown. I remember the show talked about that one and Asian
Golden Chinatown
Celebration.
was fine. I like Asian Celebration.
Asian Celebration's an amazing song.
But yeah,
They had a song called Want. I forgot
Yes!
about this.
It's a great song! Holy shit, it's one of the better Barry's Kobo songs in the past 4 years.
I feel like
Yeah.
I would remember if they put out a song called Want.
It's so good. And they're all dressed up like strippers. It's
It
amazing.
looks like a fucking stupid internet song.
It's so good.
Want.
Go,
and then
please.
the PV is just like a bunch of things that they want. And
No,
then
no.
Just the text of want just gets slammed on there. and
No.
it's want.
They're in a rotating studio. They all have
Oh, no,
separate
I remember
rooms,
this. Okay,
And
I
they're all
remember-
dressed up
Yeah.
like strippers.
I
Yep.
remember that.
I remember liking that song. I don't
I love
recall the
that
song
song.
off the top of my head though.
But yeah, that's about. I'd say probably around Maji Bombers when I.
Dude, Maji Bomber is probably still my favorite Barry song. I love that song so much. No one else seemed to like that song.
I'd have to go with.
Because I don't have the history. Like Maji Bomber was around the time I was looking into them. So
Niju Mare no Cinderella, or Niju Ichiji Mare no Cinderella,
I honestly don't know that song.
or
That
Wara
sounds like an
Choi
old-ass
Yo
song.
Boyfriend.
Those songs
yeah,
are
2006. Holy
from
shit.
10 years ago. God damn it.
Yeah, I know. They're really good though. Or if you want to go silly, you get like UK Monkey Dance or something
What
like
the
that.
fuck?
It's a complete freaking silly PV.
I
song.
can imagine from the title.
Genghis Khan, same way.
Cute has held on to their quality better than Barry's has for sure.
Cute's back, man.
Yeah.
Cute was just dead for me from
I mean,
2012 to 2014, so.
Yeah, Cute's had some like peaks and valleys. There have been eras, I guess, that I didn't really pay attention to or like, but every once in a while, I always find something that I really like from Cute.
I mean, God, I feel old when I talk about these groups.
Because you've been following them from like a decade.
I've been following them since
They were made, right?
Inception.
My god.
Yeah. Remember
I was-
Bono?
I was following Chisato before Cute.
God damn it.
When she was like, God, I don't even know, like 9.
Damn it!
Because, I mean, all of Berries and Cute joined Hello Project
Super young.
Eggs super young. I mean, they've basically grown up inside Hello Project.
That's the crazy part. They spent like more than half their lives in Hello Project.
Yeah, because...
I mean, that's the case.
That's crazy.
My joined when she was like 4.
What?
I want to say.
That sounds accurate, but crazy at the same time.
Yeah, your cousin joined when she was 4.
That's fucking crazy. I'm gonna have to talk to my uncle about this.
Okay, she's 19. Years active, 2002 to present. She's been active for 13 years
My
in Hello Project.
So like 5-6 years old.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Oh my god.
Makes everyone feel old.
Yeah. Really old.
Yeah, I feel old as shit. Thanks.
Great.
Alright, so that's our final word for the week. I probably should have done the plugs beforehand, but...
Eh.
Oh well.
Eh.
Whatever. Plugs. We'll just end the show right here. We'll get into our plugs and wrap it up. Thank you to Kenny for translating Sashi's book, Gyakuten Ryoku. You can access that by going to nuskokaran.com and searching for Sashihara Rino book, I believe. You can find that, or Gyakuten Ryoku.
Mm-hmm.
Download our podcast at nuskokaran.com, or iTunes, on Stitcher Radio, and don't forget to review and rate us. That helps put our name out there a little bit, and it would be cool if you could retweet my tweets when we say we're live or when we announce the time and date that we're starting. So that's very appreciated if you could do that and spread the word. Our Twitter links will be in the show notes. I am at YoshiRect. Day is at Daily Show. Wait, no, you're still on New School Day.
New School Day.
New School Day. What am I thinking? I'm thinking of Slack. Not that people can find you there anyways, since we're in private channels, but...
True.
Draco60 on Twitter. What else is there? Basta Gasa Bakuhatsu, BSGSBKHTS, The Explosive Gentleman, Fridays, 7 p.m., The TV, where they cover idol releases and talk about J-pop in general and stuff like that. Very cool. They do a live hangout on the couch. Very cool. Check it out. Selective-hearing.com, Asian Pop, Urban Beats, House Music, for your eardrums and your eyeballs to read articles.
Mm-hmm.
Nihongogo.com, Japan online entertainment website. Pretty much covers everything from Akiba culture, 2D stuff, to politics and news and entertainment business and technology. So it's pretty comprehensive over there. Check it out. If you're watching this video on YouTube at newschoolcotton.com, no, not newschoolcotton.com, it's youtube.com/newschoolcotton. If you're watching us on YouTube, please comment, like, share, favorite, do all that stuff, retweet it, retweet the links when it's available. And if you'd like to contribute to our website, go to newschoolcotton.com and click on contribute. We need web developers, coders, programmers, artists, writers, podcasters, broadcasters. We need all those things. We just want more people in here and have some fun with us. So come and hang out. All right. Anything else you guys want to say?
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, for sure.
Have fun.
And have fun. Maybe we'll
Have
maybe
fun with your life for once.
We'll see how it is in a week. Maybe hopefully you'll have some fun, and hopefully we'll see Day. If not, we'll see him next year.
Yeah.
So we'll catch you then. If not next week, Draco, hopefully you'll be back next week. You're available for the most part. So
Yeah, I should be.
yeah. And then Chase, hopefully we'll be back next week in Florida, where he still has to finish school. So you'll be seeing a different face at least one more
Cool.
different face next week. Maybe the 3 of us, maybe the 4 of us. So we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bah.